5 minutes, we'll head over to Chaos's place. And we will get the lore started. Unless you have anything you want to talk about in lore before we head over. Because if so, we should probably start in a sec.
Not really.
Okay, that's what I figured, but I was just making sure.
I mean, I don't think there's much of like a game plan we need to figure out. Just
Yeah,
be nice, be polite, try not to die.
yeah, let's try not to die. That's a good starting place.
It'll be interesting to see everyone in one place. I'm sure there's people on the server we haven't met yet.
Yeah. Well, no violence. Violence is bad.
I mean, the
Let's
invite from Chaos said that it was outlawed, so should be fine.
somehow I feel like that's gonna go south.
Chaos may be a bit unpredictable, but I do trust them to keep things civil in their own domain.
That's true. Chaos is very good at keeping things organized.
Bit of a
It,
surprising talent for the name, but honestly, for personality.
that's okay. You can be enthusiastic and excited and still sometimes be able to keep organized.
I mean, clearly you can.
We have a lot of organized chests. These need to be organized. They have not been labeled yet.
This will be fun.
This will be fun. I get to meet all of the people and make lots of new friends.
I wonder if we should bring a gift for the host.
Maybe. I have flowers. Ooh, I have an amethyst cluster. I have 6 of them. 7. I lied, I have 7.
I don't know if it's a dinner party. I don't know if there's going to be food there.
We have an enchanted golden apple in this chest.
That might be a bit much for this.
Okay.
Not really sure.
Um. Hmm.
You gave all your cakes to Phantom recently.
Yeah, I mean, it was worth it though. She probably is so happy.
It certainly had a very visual striking effect.
Yeah, that was
A
the
very
point.
striking visual effect.
I bet she ate all of them. I feel like I should put more flowers in our mailbox. Maybe not. Then no one can put mail in there if there's too many flowers. Where are you?
I went downstairs. I'll be back up in a sec.
Okay, we should head over to Chaos's place in a second.
All right.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
I think we're gonna be early, but that's okay. That's the polite thing to do, right?
I mean, it's certainly better than being late.
Yeah. We're very
We're not,
punctual.
Yep. We're not too early.
Yeah. Besides, it's hard to be right on time. Time is weird.
I think the best entrance is this way.
I don't know why they call it the round table. It's very
Yeah.
rectangular.
I think it's more the concept than the table itself.
is the concept that it's round?
So traditionally there was a myth about a king who had a table that was round that all of his knights and advisors and whatnot sat at because they had long tables that
Mm-hmm.
had like a strict hierarchy of who sat next to each other and like who was at the head of the table, but a round table doesn't have a head of the table. So everybody was on equal footing.
Oh.
So I think this is trying to evoke that none of us are trying to hold power over each other, which is admirable.
Interesting. Okay,
It's not
okay.
quite true, but it is admirable.
That makes sense. Okay.
Uh, do you happen to remember which building it is?
Oh, yeah, I know which one it is. Um, it's that one. It's that one with the white. Oh, there's so many
Oh,
people.
everyone just came in to render. All right, we should.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello's good.
Hi.
I'm here. Hi.
All of my friends in one place.
Hi, Ella.
Hi. I have so
Mushroom?
many
Who's this?
flowers.
Mushroom, your chicken's upside down.
Oh, is this Summer? Is this Summer who
Yeah,
you're talking
yeah.
about?
Sam, this is Summer. Summer, this is Sam.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
You.
Hello.
Ella's spoken highly of you.
Oh.
Okay,
Hello.
okay. As more people get here, I need to say this once again. This is a no violent zone. So if you bought armor and weapons, please leave them in the chest or the ender chest. This includes your shoes. Take off your shoes. I've cleaned these floors for this event.
Hello.
Hello,
It's
kitty.
fishy, I gotta say.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you today?
Good. Kitty. Wait, do I know everyone here? Oh, I do know everyone. Wait.
What? You're looking spiffy.
There's a lot of people here now.
Yeah. Wait.
I think
There's
still
always a
missing
lot
some.
of people here.
I think we're still missing.
Why-
some.
Hello.
There's
Why
supposed
is-
to be a lot of people
Why
here.
is there a chicken that's upside down?
I don't
That's
think Lux
Mushroom's
likes you
chicken.
very
I
much
don't
still.
know.
Oh, I don't know. I've seen mushroom. Hi.
Hello.
Can I be your friend?
Absolutely, you can.
Yay!
Can I
Oh,
can I be yours?
yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yay! Why is your chicken upside down?
He gets like that. Don't worry.
Okay.
Please ignore Donald. Donald gives eggs when stressed.
Donald is trying his best.
Hello, Donald.
Donald's trying not to explode.
You're growing very
it's
well.
Coffee Man.
Does Donald get socially anxious and there's too many
By the
people?
way, there might be a bit of a coffee coming from outside
Wait.
Hello.
Nova.
Who?
Or no, Mr. Frederick.
Who are? I saw a skeleton man.
Oh, that's Mr. Frederick! You know how I'm always talking about him up north?
Yeah.
Brought him down!
Hello.
We have the rest of our visitors.
Would you like
Hello.
some flowers?
Hello.
Oh,
Ella's really nice. Mr. Frederick, be nice. Don't be grumpy. Ella's a good person.
If I'm not wrong, I think he might always be grumpy, but, well.
We're especially
here?
grumpy towards
Is everyone here?
you.
Is the last of the people?
Oh?
yeah.
Ella,
Wait.
is that who you were talking about before?
Oh yeah,
Lux?
yeah. Lux, meet my friend Kitty. Kitty, meet my friend Lux.
Hello.
I do believe we were briefly introduced, but
Yes.
good to officially meet you.
Yeah,
They're the one we need to talk to about the right?
yeah.
You look different.
Yeah.
Assumed I should dress up for the occasion.
No. Okay. Everyone, gather around. Y'all lot gotta get over here as well.
I believe I am.
Oh,
Okay.
Why would you run on the table like that?
Because I get easily
Hi.
excited. Leave me alone.
Hi. Oh, gosh.
Hello.
Okay. Lots of people. Okay.
You
Oh,
can
no
come
riddles
sit by
though.
me.
Damn it.
Is
I want
oh,
riddles to be
thank you. Yes, please. Is a shovel a weapon? I'm not.
I need
Are
just.
you going to
don't
use
hold
it
in
like a
your
weapon?
Hand, I guess.
Don't.
No, but maybe I.
I put my netherite hoe away, so if that tells you anything, but I do actively use that as a weapon.
All right.
Oh.
You do.
As
I'm
long as you
aware.
don't whack anyone with it, I'm sure it's fine.
Not this time.
Is it okay if I keep it, or should I put it away, or?
You can keep it. Phantom, no. Phantom, no. Phantom, get down.
All right, thank you. So yeah, I'd like to sit next to you. If that's okay.
Here, why don't
Is
you
everybody here?
stand here?
Is everybody
Thanks.
here?
Hi.
I'm
Hi.
excited.
Hello.
Well,
Okay. Okay, so everyone, welcome to the Not Roundtable in my lovely little library. I figured we should probably do a quick round of introductions just to make sure. For the sake of everything, I have made a talking stick. If you are handed the talking stick, it is your turn to talk. Okay? So I shall go first. My name is Chaos. My official title is Child of Chaos, but please just call me Chaos. And this is my area. What else should I say? I was a pirate and I use they, she pronouns. Lay, mushroom, my love, take.
Your love?
I'm
Interesting.
excited. I
Sounds
use
jealous.
affectionate tones
Bill.
when I'm excited.
My name is Mushroom. I live in a big mushroom. I am a mushroom. The end.
Yay!
Oh.
Oh,
I have.
Please take this stick.
My name is Lake. Yeah, I don't live around anyone anymore, so I am kind of the one that called you all here, though. So I'm glad to see so many faces.
My name is Ella. I live in the moon with Summer, and I like flowers.
Hi, my name is Kitty. I live in like a little village over that way. And I worship Ella.
I am Luxor of Neptia, heir to the throne of Neptia. Friends call me Lux, but most of you are not my friends, so Luxor will be fine. Or your highness.
Nudie.
Hi, I'm Sam. I live up north. Yeah. That's all. I'm not interesting. So, yeah.
Yes, you are.
I am Miner Frederick. I'm a skeleton that lives even further north.
Okay.
It's fine.
Please take the stick.
The stick.
I got the stick. I'm Steph. I don't live near Spawn. I don't know most of you, and yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Oh, I'm Ime. I use she, her, hers pronouns. I live also far away on some floating islands. I haven't met you all before, but you all seem very, very nice. Oh, I took the stick back. I'm sorry. Where did it go?
Oh, I think I ended up with it.
Who has the stick?
Here.
We need a new stick.
There it is.
We
the
got it.
stick? Okay.
My name is Incendium, albeit most people call me DM. Let's just say I'm not from around here.
My name
None
is
of us
Summer.
are.
I live in the moon
Wait,
with Ella.
guys. Phantom is having small problems.
Oh.
Oh,
dear.
Phantom stream crashed.
Oh, dear.
Shit.
Oh.
They
Down among the dead.
says they're online. Where are they at?
Anyone want some refreshments?
I have
Phantom
berries.
stream
I like
crash.
refreshments. I like
About the
refreshments.
food.
Yes.
Food
Enjoy.
break.
Is that
Have,
drugs?
Oh, no.
Not
have
drugs.
Those kind of
many.
refreshments,
Not
Fuzzy.
They're not drugs, guys. Don't ask questions.
Don't worry, they're
Don't worry
necessary.
about it.
They're not drugs. Don't I thought.
I don't have
Wait,
these.
wait, guys,
Thank you.
guys, wait. The fitness gram pacer test.
No!
As it continues.
Are we out of
me over there?
Are we out of lore right now?
Yes.
We're in bloopers. Bloopers.
Blooper
Hey,
reel.
would you like
stuff?
Mary?
Everybody on the
Oh
table.
God, I'm hiding.
Everyone.
I'm hiding.
How many people can we fit on the table?
Hey.
No, I got
Wait, is
plus
there
12
a bed
on
around
the
here so we can set our spawns? Because
Give me the drugs. Give me the
There's a bed
drugs.
right in front of the
Oh, you
chicken
want
dome.
some? Hang on, I've got an entire inventory full.
got a bed here.
Oh, there's a bed right here.
So many.
No.
Somebody.
No.
No,
Yeah. It's yakety
Fucking
sax.
tempting.
Elevator
I was
hold
watching my
music up
stream.
in
It was
here.
like, oh
I
God,
think
wait,
you
no.
want yakety sax.
Guys, let's dance on the table.
Stand.
The second we're all out of lore. All hell
Ah!
breaks loose.
No!
Oh,
Can you not?
No violence!
No
Here, I
violence.
have my bapping stick. Lake, get over here. I shall bap you.
The bapping stick! Woo!
You've been officially bapped.
How does it feel to be bapped? Oh! No!
We
needed the right links.
We're good.
Brian,
Alright, so we are currently
I
experiencing
have an egg.
technical difficulties with the Phantom.
Yup, technical difficulties, bloopers.
is one way to put it.
We'll be back in a sec.
We kind of really need everyone here. That's the problem.
Yeah, everyone really does need to be here.
How's my chicken?
Okay.
Also, who wants to
okay.
cry over what flower I have?
The greatest part of
Right.
Yeah.
How dare.
Mushroom, turn around. Mushroom. Your chicken laid an egg.
Do
Would
you
you
know
like
what
it?
it is?
Do it.
Chaos. Do you know
Flower.
what this is?
Oh.
Nope.
Yeah, do you know
What
what
are
it's
you?
named?
Don't know
Who
what it's
took
named.
it?
Lex
Me
did.
being pragmatic.
No,
This is
but
how I know I'm
away.
pragmatic.
I need my
Why
never
are
alone
people
flower.
dying?
I am finding.
You're never alone. No.
Lux has it.
Now
It
you are
is the
alone.
never
Best ways
alone.
to die, boys.
Wait, who wants to see the book I wrote?
Oh boy.
What book did you write?
I'm
Chaos.
Sure,
Chaos,
Nova.
come here real quick. Chaos.
Nova.
Chaos, turn around. There you go.
Guys, this is how I know I'm super pragmatic, because the first
Oh,
thing I
boy.
decided to go do
I know
was
what it's
check
gonna
to
say.
see if I
I
had
know
And
what
you
read
wanna
up
know
on
what
Bob
sucks?
properly.
Chaos. Chaos, you wanna know what was gonna be worse?
What?
I know what it's gonna say.
So Ella asked it to be enchanted so that it glowed, and Phantom was
that's
just
alright.
gonna put a random
Funny
useless
number, go
enchant
bird.
on it.
Yes.
It was
Hold on.
almost loyalty 3.
Hey, Minor Frederick.
Oh,
Minor Frederick.
It would have been
I'm
so
sorry, that
much
came out very
worse.
Let me
I
ask you a
know.
shovel.
Shovel.
Ready?
Shovel.
Guys, this is how I know I'm pragmatic.
Oh,
This
sweet.
is how I
free
know I'm
sword.
pragmatic.
hey.
First
Oh.
thing I decide to do when all of us are out of lore mode
Wow.
is to go check to make sure stream cord's working great.
Why?
Nice.
Oh,
Well,
wait.
come
I
on.
mean,
Good
you're
luck.
Oh wait,
so chat,
guys,
everyone,
we can
everyone,
plug our
everyone.
Discord. Yeah.
We can.
It's
Yeah.
official fan
Yes, we
Discord.
can. There's an
Oh,
official.
Guys, let Chaos do the
Everyone
plug.
quiet.
Chaos do the
Everyone
plug.
quiet.
Okay, wait. Okay.
Yeah.
We now have an official Maniac SMP fan Discord. So if you are fans of our content, please consider joining.
Woo!
I
Good
spent
luck.
money
I
on
will
that.
not
Circles
Thank
around
you.
chaos.
Please use it. Please join it. Please use it.
Everyone
It
wants
is set
run
up
circles
great.
around chaos.
We had the amazing moderator Goose set it up. So like if you're familiar with the way my Discord functions, it's basically that. It's pretty amazing.
And Sam.
Yeah, and Sam.
And
Sam
Sam.
also
And my
put in a
god,
lot of
Sam
work.
did so much work.
Yeah.
There's an
Yes.
official.
Oh,
What was
Praise
what?
be Sam.
Praise.
Yeah,
Hang on,
Sam's been
Sam.
amazing. Sam put it all
Everyone
together.
mob
for me.
chaos.
Sam.
Wait, no, we're just mobbing Sam. Mob
Yeah,
Sam.
mob Sam.
No,
Mob
Sam.
Mob
Sam.
Sam.
No.
Sam
no,
mob.
no,
Sam
no,
mob.
no.
Sam mob.
Sam.
Mob Sam.
Sam.
Mob
Sam,
Sam.
look at my butt.
Sam.
Don't
Sam.
do
Sam.
that.
Sam.
Sam,
What?
look at my butt.
Sam.
Ah, Sam left.
You guys.
Oh,
So stuffed.
Hey, it's not our fault.
Sam.
Are you just living your best
Sam.
life up there?
Sam.
No, I
Just
swear to
hanging
God,
out.
don't put mob
I like
and
to see
I
it all.
will leave.
Sam.
Sam's back.
Sam,
Goose,
look at my butt.
okay,
Sam,
moderator
Sam,
Goose
Sam,
did help me, but
Sam,
I put in a lot of work
Sam.
onto that. Discord,
Yes,
so
you
please use it.
did.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Wait,
those
where's
bots. I
DM? Where'd you
swear.
go?
He was exploring. Well, I just heard
I
someone
may or may-
scream
okay,
in someone's
wait.
background.
Like,
Yeah,
I
that
may
would
or
be
may
my
not have
roommates.
gone-
They are all very loud.
It's
Like,
fine.
I may or may not-
Where's
Okay,
DM?
quick, back into lore mode. Back into lore mode.
Okay, everyone back to the
I
table.
did the math.
hiding
I
in a
spent like
corner.
30 hours on that Discord.
Oh
Phantom, she is
fuck!
hiding
I'm
in a corner.
sorry.
Aw.
Fuzzy!
Fuzzy! DM just suddenly has an arrow in his
Fuzzy,
leg.
thank you for the 5 gifted subs to my chat. Wait,
Yeah?
No, the skeleton man.
wait, why did Tubbo get a sub to me? And Aaron, and Wilbur, and...
Gifted
No!
sub too.
I did
What?
not!
No!
No!
Look!
What the frick? No!
Aaron and Wilbur! What?
God.
And it actually is their accounts.
Am
Wait,
I
no
not
shit!
Oh,
No,
God.
get that out of here! Wait,
What
no.
the fuck? No.
Wait, no, wait.
What?
Fuzzy, what have you done? Fuzzy, what have you done?
I
What
don't
the
know.
fuck?
Everybody mob fuzz.
No! No!
Okay,
Fuzzy, what have you done?
Fuzz is fleeing into
Yeah.
the wilderness.
back into lore mode, friends.
I
Oh, yeah.
didn't think you
Okay.
could get subs to
We're
channels
still
that you don't
missing the
follow.
Phantom.
There's an
I-
option that you can turn on and off. Most
Yeah.
people have it off.
Why those three?
I think it
I
defaults
don't
off.
know. That was scary. Why? No.
No, I don't. Oh god. It's their actual accounts.
Oh crap.
I
I'm
guess
so
that's
sorry,
fine.
friends.
Knowing how many subs they
I
get gifted a
apologize.
day, they
It's
probably
okay,
won't
yeah.
even notice.
They probably don't even notice, but
Yeah.
like
I know.
Okay, we're back to summer. Back to summer.
Do we have
Phantom-
Phantom in?
Where's Phantom?
Oh,
Phantom?
Phantom is
Right
over
there,
in a
right there.
hole over
Phantom.
that way.
Okay.
Phantom's right
Phantom
there.
has
yes.
boots
Let me
on.
check Phantom's
Phantom.
stream. Oh, there you are.
Okay.
Hi.
This is live?
Sorry, minor panic. This is quite a lot more people than I'm used to, and apparently I'm not allowed to kill anyone.
Nope.
you
No
know.
killing allowed. This is a no violence zone.
Right. So,
where were we?
hi. I'm Summer. I live up in the moon with Ella, and I'm the prophet of the Void Pit.
Hi. I'm Fuzz. I live in a hole in the ground.
That's interesting.
Phantom, it's your turn.
Phantom, take the talking stick.
I
It's now
took the
behind
talking
you. It's
stick.
pick it up. Yep, pick it up. Phantom, pick up the talking stick.
Hey, Phantom, take
Sorry.
up your shoes.
Look,
Please take it.
No shoes,
look. I was
Phantom.
following your rules of didn't talk until I had the stick. I
Okay,
was being
if
polite.
you want to talk, please hold a flower. I'm assuming Ella gave you.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so-
I'm fairly sure most of you guys have at least heard of me. They call me Phantom, CEO of Atlas Corporation, and yeah, let's I guess get this meeting started, shall we?
Okay. So, as you have probably been made aware, we're in a situation. We have been. How have I been phrasing it? Yoinked out of time and space and cursed with immortality. We can't go home and we can't die. I assume most of us here are of the opinion that's not a good thing. So we have called this meeting together not only to make sure everyone knows what's going on, but also to try and find a way, hopefully, to fix this, or at least to get opinions on how potentially we could figure this situation out. Nick, I see you hold flower. Maybe I should have made this table a bit wider.
Probably.
Maybe I just don't have any pickup priority. So yeah, I kind of started this whole mess of getting together and talking about this. So basically, yeah, we've all been taken out of time and space and can't die, which is concerning and also probably not a good thing. Plus, the pit is getting worse. So it's very concerning, and we probably need to get out of here, guys. It's just
I concur.
not good. You don't have the stick.
No violence.
Like, please.
With the
There,
stick.
there are rules.
I see. We have a bapping stick. You don't need to hit people with the talking stick.
It's less that the pit is getting worse and more that it's dragging more things through. Eventually, we are worried that those things from the different times that we are all from might start overlapping, and that'll cause its own problems. So we'd like to get out of here before that happens.
Kitty's holding stick. Give to Kitty.
Oh,
Flower.
Kitty?
Old flower. Give.
Kitty.
Oh, thank you. Oh, sorry. Do we know what happened? What the pit? Why is that a thing? What do you mean is dragging things through? / it's getting worse. And why were we pulled through exactly? Do we know this?
Give DM.
Yeah. Did you get it?
I got it.
Okay.
It's a long story. More or less, let's just say that there was a portal opened and that portal was unstable. When it shattered, it created a rift, basically. That, well, it is the pit now. But when that pit was created, it dragged seemingly random moments of time and random parts of space through and basically shotgunned them all out, all over the place. So, long story short, it's complicated. But we were all dragged here effectively at random.
Both Ime and Phantom are also holding flowers, so please decide on who you give next.
Okay. So the pit is kind of the leftovers from that failed experiment. And it seems that we've been cut off from basically every other form of reality, hence the no dying thing. And it's getting worse because it's continuing to pull things through, and the world is still getting more and more unstable. I've seen things changing and areas disappearing, and that's obviously not a good thing.
Well, okay then. Well, so it seems we're all under the consensus of there was a project that was made to, that was the result of us being here, and I'm just gonna go out and say it. I'm pretty confident that the person responsible is here with us and is as much using this as a way to seek others' help, but also to give them ideas because they don't know how to fix what they messed up. Because they decided to run away from their problems instead of actively pushing forward and working through the hardships. But I very much am under the belief that with everyone here, we'll be able to get everyone situated in a way that is that works for everyone. Yeah, I feel pretty confident with that.
I think Ime is holding a flower, Phantom.
Yeah,
If,
yeah. I was just given a moment. Phantom, why are you looking at me when you said that?
Because I wanted to ask you for a book because I was trying to get a
Yeah,
head
take
count
whatever
and
we want.
okay, cool. I'll be right back.
Where'd you go? There you
over
are.
here.
Also, yeah, about the halfway point of the table, neither side can see the other side.
Yeah, You can't
Yeah,
see the edge.
just to put it
Oh, yeah,
out
no.
there, I've been trying to hold a flower for like 7 turns.
Aggressively
So
wave it at
you
Seth.
just can't see it.
I guess I'm just the spokesperson for this side of the table now.
I don't know.
Thank-
Yeah, you
Yeah.
were there. I was looking at you.
Nice to meet you. Go ahead, Ime.
Thanks. So if this is gonna sound stupid, if the person who did it is here, like Phantom said, and they know how they did it, and maybe if they have notes, if they got all their stuff pulled in, could we like try and do it backwards or something?
Yeah, Incendium.
DM.
Like you don't
You
have the
just
stick.
had to throw my name out there, didn't you?
Talking
Neither of you have the stick.
Who had the flower up on this side?
Sam, was it you?
It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever.
Are you sure?
Things
the
are
stick.
moving. Things
Take
are
the
moving.
stick.
It's whatever.
If you had the flower, it's your turn to use
I
stick.
don't want that power.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Go
whatever.
ahead, Sam.
Well, yeah, I was gonna point out it is DM's fault. He told me directly. But on the subject of us leaving, what if we don't want to leave? Where else can we go? Anywhere else, or are we just stuck going back to where we came from?
In theory, you could push someone through to a different point, albeit there could be repercussions for that. It'd be difficult, but theoretically, it'd be possible.
I don't want to help if that's the case. Then you guys can keep doing whatever, but you aren't getting my help.
Phantom
has a flower.
Okay, sweet. I'm gonna go give it to Phantom then.
Well,
Thanks, Sam.
funnily enough, there is, at least, there's evidence that it's possible for people to come and go as they please. I'm not sure about the specifics on where you guys are from, but with where I'm from, we take things that are deadly and we harness them to work for us. That's just how mankind works. We take things that shouldn't be controlled and we control them. Much like how the ancients did with fire, and now there are candles, there are fires indoors, we have lights. We are. When the ancients stole fire from the gods and gave it to us, we learned to control it. So, this pit is very much a force that can be controlled and can be used for betterment or for worse. But also, I am under the belief that, we can stabilize this area so that way those who wish to stay can stay, and those who wish to leave can leave, and you can come and go as you please, so that one day you can introduce the friends back in your time to the friends you've made across the stars. But that's just a little bit of what I've been thinking. That's just a wastelander's opinion, though.
Stuff has a flower.
Thanks. I think that's a very noble sentiment, Phantom, and I think it certainly has all of our best interests at heart. But
Thank you.
DM, can you say anything about whether or not we can stay here at all? It doesn't exactly seem like this place is very stable, and I would worry that anyone we attempted to leave here, if we can leave at all, would eventually just be consumed.
The fundamental issue is the, well, lack of a base to work from. This world is unstable because it was created from nothing. Oh my god, can I get the stick?
No.
Okay, please.
DM and I with the
Jesus,
canonical
that took-
0
that
pickup
took-
priority.
That took way too much effort.
The stick keeps coming to me. I don't like
No
it.
stick for you.
It just kept bouncing between you two. Fuck. Okay. Okay, back to it. The problem is this world without a base to work from, effectively a stabilized core, something to balance it, it will continue to drift off balance until at some point the entire equilibrium is flipped on its head.
Is there something that we could use as a base? Something we could replace what there isn't here?
If you can manage to find and or create another god, sure. If not, the answer is no.
That feels like
I don't like the sound of that laugh.
I don't like the sound of it.
That was a
Or
cough.
I bap Phantom for it.
That was a cough. I have allergies, okay?
I don't know if more gods are exactly going to solve the problem.
But you have to have a god in order to keep a plane stable. Problem
Exactly.
is, gods don't just pop into existence.
They're made.
So, no, they aren't. They have been around since the beginning of time. And they don't just come into being after that. There hasn't been a new god since then. So,
Yes. You're looking at me, what?
it's nothing.
Phantom.
This is not a surprise.
So, very much, I'm just gonna point it out what all of us have noticed. We are talking circles. No one is getting anywhere. We are getting vague answers because clearly the people who know the most about this or the people who know most about this whole God thing don't want to fully share everything. So, I'm gonna just come out and ask it. Why the fuck did you take away Ella's memories and then run? That's fucked up on a fundamental level. And then you decide to come to this and act like nothing is wrong?
Literally don't know what you're talking about.
There you go,
Oh,
Kitty.
just
Wrong
going
thing to
right
flow.
into it. Okay,
Wrong
then.
thing, wrong thing.
That's not
It's not a stick.
I thought you were trying to be civil.
There you go.
I went to summer.
All right, if I've got the talking stick, I agree with Phantom on this side. Like,
Thank you.
we're at
Thank
a
you.
round table now, as round as this table is. I think it's time to give Ella her memories back.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Also, why did you lie about being a god? I feel like
To
that's
keep
something we gotta.
myself safe? What's so
From
wrong
who?
with that?
I'm sorry.
Probably me.
Oh, I wonder who. I fucking wonder. The one who caused this goddamn mess and pulled me out of my place to live, and who has made it so that we all have to suffer in immortality.
Like,
Weren't you already immortal, though?
Yes, but now I have to live in pain with every single time that you don't die, that the people here don't die, because it goes against the nature of my being.
like,
No,
Sit
I'm good.
That's a lot of. Okay, I didn't know any of that.
Bye.
Did you?
I'm just learning that there are gods on this plane. I don't know where y'all
Oh
are
yeah,
at.
there's like
I'll
three
go
Yeah,
after her.
gods.
no,
You
that-
yeah, real quick.
I'll go after them.
That's old news.
That happened.
Thank you for
Ella's a
coming
god.
to the meeting.
Problematic.
It was very
knew?
dramatic.
Can we get like a show of items or something? Who knew that was?
Oh, I knew.
Oh, 100%.
I knew.
Who was it?
I was
that Lake was
suspicious
a god?
until
Me?
Lake
I
left me
knew.
a book.
I don't even
Yeah.
know Lake.
Blake tried to lie to me
You
for
know,
a bit,
like-
saying, "Oh,
we
I don't claim
we
to be
know,
a god."
sweetie.
We know,
It's okay,
hon.
hon.
We
You're
We'll
know.
get-
It's
though.
okay.
Here.
We're gonna
to
we're
give
gonna
you
work
your
on
And
it.
that
Here you go,
was.
friend.
Flowers.
Have that.
Oh
Yes.
my lord, I'm so out of the loop.
Well, it looks
Somebody
like
wanna go talk to Lake? Obviously, it's
Yeah,
not
we
the
should,
meaning
we
of
should
us.
probably.
Honestly, it looks like this meeting really, we're not going to get any further
We're not gonna get
on.
answers.
We're not going to get
Obviously,
answers
we're
here.
not. Somebody doesn't have the answers.
I mean, it was worth a try.
Worth a try. This was a fail. This
Hey.
wasn't even a try.
Are we giving up?
Well, I'll put it this way. Don't count out a group project and a group meeting as something that won't work.
Is this working? Do you see it working?
I got new friends. I think it's working.
Well, here's the thing. The point is, we came here and the main holders of knowledge on what is going on didn't want to share the full truth with everyone or were too blindsided by emotions.
They never want to share. Haven't you noticed that? Whenever any of us talk to them, they never want to share. I don't know why we thought anything like this would change. They don't want to. Nobody ever wants to share anything here. That's obvious.
Yeah.
Well,
I could say what I know about Lake if that would be okay.
This,
Yeah, we'll listen to you.
You have the floor,
I have
Chaos.
to talk all in hypothetical because I am monotheistic, so I'm literally not allowed to acknowledge this as truth. But Lake claims to be the god of death. And in the fact that we all became immortal, that caused a lot of problems because they have lost a lot of their divine powers in theory. I have to add that. And I accidentally, kind of on purpose, married Lake to Ella because they're like, oh, friends forever.
I'm sorry, what?
And
I
then,
knew that.
Please hold on.
I knew that one.
Kitty,
Please
that's not the
hold
weirdest
comments
part of
until the end.
It's
That's
not
not
the
even the
weirdest
weird
part of the
Just
story.
wait.
Just wait.
Wait,
It gets
hon.
worse.
It'll get worse.
Let them finish.
And then something happened. I think Phantom screwed something up. I'm not entirely sure on the details. And Lake panicked, and then erased themselves from Ella's memory. And now we're here. Yeah, I see.
Okay, can confirm from DM that Lake is a god.
Yeah.
Just can confirm that.
They are indeed.
Can
believe I'm,
confirm. They've
are you
bragged
still-
about it to me.
Fucking stick, Phantom. Let me talk. I am on a similar level.
Okay, you spoiled brat. Talk. I'm sorry, Your Highness. You have the floor.
He will beat you into the fire.
Phantom.
Why do you have thorns in your
lecture us on
shoes? That's just
Done
rude.
Talking. Chaos, I share a similar opinion of yours of struggling to understand the world around me in a more mythical sense, as I am a person of science. And that is part of the reason why I wish to speak, is if I do remember correctly, Mr. Incendium mentioned that the reason we are here in the first place is of an experiment. Now, if that experiment has to do with the mythicality of gods, then that is one thing, but we cannot ignore that science brought us here in the first place. And so science and experimentation should be able to bring us back, hypothetically.
This is all hypotheticals. I'm leaving. I'm over this.
Sam.
That's it. No, there's no answers. Nobody's giving answers. That's obvious.
Listen,
We're trying.
There are no answers to give.
There may be answers.
Do you think that maybe the reason why no one's giving
I don't know if it
answers?
got there.
Do
There.
you reckon the reason? Do you think the reason why people may not be giving answers is because we don't really know what's happening?
That's. I just said I don't think there are answers to give.
That's the thing. There are.
I don't really know who this Lake person is. But if you need another god, maybe I can help. I don't really know much about gods, but apparently I've been told that I am one, and I'm done keeping secrets, and even though people keep telling me that I should, I think it's stupid.
Ella, I
Oh, hun.
definitely will be. I definitely want to touch base with you later.
Okay.
Okay. But
Yeah,
I don't remember anything about it or any powers or anything like that. I'm just me.
No,
You
and
were
that's
already
the thing.
struggling with your memories before
But honestly,
whatever happened.
honestly, that's kind of part of what makes each of us kind of special and important here. We may not have our entire memory or our entire life that we had before we came here, but we're just us, you know. And I think there's a reason all of us were pulled here, and we're gonna figure out how to work this out. I've definitely got some ideas and some stuff to check out, but don't count out a meeting like this from happening again. Maybe when I have more answers and can properly display them and inform everyone, we'll have another meeting that is less so conflict like this, more so here is what we know to give knowledge to everyone else, because that's what knowledge is. It's meant to be shared. Ime, I see the flower.
Summer, I think you had a flower up longer than I did, didn't you?
Oh, no, I was kind of what I had to say got addressed.
If you're sure. To address that point of wanting to have future meetings, I think it might be beneficial if we don't talk over each other or resort to insults or any of that, because a lot of prior aggression seems to have gotten into this room, and it drove off someone who might have been able to answer something, and it interrupted a lot of conversations and rose tensions. And I get that that's hard, but I want to get home, but I want to get home with all of us having the best outcome if that's possible. And I don't think we can do that if we're bringing in grudges to a workspace. You don't have to be friends, but you have to work together at least a little if we're going to get this solved, right?
You have my flower.
I think I have it actually.
Oh,
No, I don't
someone
have
does.
it.
Oh, someone has it. Oops, whatever. Thank you, Mushroom.
Thank you for yielding me space.
Of course. That was thrown to me. I accept Chaos picked it up. Regardless, getting information from Lake, DM, I assume you and Sam can both attest to, it is not exactly the easiest to get them to give you a straight answer on anything. So of
Not
course, at
easy
an
to
event
get a
like
straight
this,
answer from anybody.
So of course, at an event like this, where the fate of the realm is at stake, it's going to be one of those cases where it is just hard to get everyone on the same page, and there are going to be people who want to share certain things, and then people who would rather keep parts of their past hidden. I think less a conversation, more so a sharing of knowledge is what we need, rather than everyone coming to just try and ask questions. Also, if this does happen again, I am making something better than us picking up a thing. I'm gonna make lights, and you pick on the light.
Maybe we should have a bit of space.
There we
for
go.
it. No offense,
Thank
Alice.
you, Phantom.
Listen, I'm working with what I got.
Blake's back. Phantom.
If you need
I've
help,
got a
I can
space.
help.
Thank you. Lake is back. Lake is going to rejoin us. Before we continue this conversation, I'd like to say I think it would do us all good to attempt to be honest with each other, to try not to pass around blame for the bad things that have happened here, because I think we can all agree there's a lot of them. And at this point, the bad things aren't going to go away just because we find someone to hang for them. So we all have our reasons for doing the things we do, for being here, for being the way that we are, but I think that right now the priority is making sure that we all get out of here okay and alive. Whether that be us going back to our preferred timelines, or if it's staying here because we don't have another choice. So, I hope you all can agree with me on that. but I think that this would be better suited if we could all just be honest about who we are and what we're doing. DM, do you want to talk next?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to literally drop the stick on top of you.
He picked it up.
I did finally.
Hey.
Hey, what? 5th time's the charm or something like that?
We got it eventually.
You
More
only
or
need
less.
everyone else to back up away from you.
So, if we're going to be honest, we shouldn't blame, yes, but I will accept the consequences that I caused. And I will say that I was a part of a group called Legacy, or rather, I led said group, and we were looking to achieve what was the impossible, which was finding our way and possibly taking or using the power of the gods. And in case you couldn't tell, we failed. Badly.
Yeah, no
In
kidding.
doing so, let's just say the people I worked with, they haven't just been separated from me. They've ceased to be. And the consequence for us, if we don't fix this, will be the same. There's nothing afterwards if we don't stabilize this or leave. It is simply void for eternity.
Simply void for eternity. Alright.
Like a really long nap?
Something like that, Chaos.
Thank
Something like that.
Probably not the ideal then.
Sorry.
What is your pickup priority?
I don't
Hi.
Yours.
I don't want to talk. It keeps
No, I'm
wanting
talking
me to
about
talk.
Emays. Emays just keeps stealing it.
It's
I
okay.
don't want
It's
this.
okay. It's okay. Yume's not
All
trying
right.
to steal. It's okay. Yume's not
Look.
trying to steal the stick. Go ahead, Lake.
Lay your blame where you will. Be mad at me if you so wish. But either way, I simply want to get home. I will do what I can to make that happen. But that means that we have to work together on this. Whether you all like it or not, that's what it comes down to. And honestly, if I can give you the choice on where you want to go, if I can give you the opportunity to stay here, I will. I've seen what humanity does to each other, and I am happy to let people get away from that pain. But if that isn't a choice, then we have to leave either way. And I'm sorry for what you will have to go through, anyone who doesn't want to be where they have to go back to. But I will make sure that you at least have peace in the end, because that is my job. I am the god of the dead, not death. I make sure that the dead find happiness. That was who I was. So, if you want to blame me, be mad, yell at me, I don't care anymore. We just need to get out of this place.
Does anyone have anything else to say? Besides Seth, I'm sorry.
You're okay. So, yeah, Chaos. Thank you, Lake. Thank you, DM. I think we've all got our own skill sets, our own things that we're good at. I'm a little bit of a builder. Ime's pretty good at landscaping from what I've seen. DM, it seems like you're pretty good with science. We've all got our own skills. We've all got our own things that we're good at, and I agree with Lake. I think that if we're able to work together to put our specific skills to use, we'll get a lot farther than if we stay at each other's throats like we've been. And I get that that's probably going to be hard. There's grudges here already. There's a lot of unaddressed pain that I think comes from some of it from here, some of it from before. But I also think that our best chance at ending up in places that we want to be, in places that will make us happy, I think it'll work best if we all try and work together and put the things that we're good at to work.
The sentiment is
you guys
the
were complaining
sentiment is
about
there, Sam. You have the floor.
You
you
have
guys
to
were
stick.
complaining about your
After you
pickup
speak.
priority. Literally, Nopa and Lux bounced an item 20 times earlier. So like, but anyway, if I have to go back, I'm not helping. That's final. If I have to, I won't help. I don't care if it's if there is even the smallest possibility that I have to go back, I'm not helping. And that's it. You guys can all do it, whatever. I'm not good at anything anyway. I'll just stay up north. I'm not helping though. If I have to go back, that's it. I'm not.
Oh, oh no.
Does anyone have anything else to say?
I guess since I have the talking stick right now, I'll just throw this in. So it seems like we're in a mixed like half and half. Like, do we want to go? Like, some of us wants to go back to where we used to. Some of us wants to stay here. I'm not too sure exactly where I stand on that. But hypothetically, if we were to stay, and as one of you said earlier, if we have to find like a god to like support and all that, how do we even go about that process?
I think that that's probably the most important thing right now. Whether we can stay or not really does depend on us figuring out a way to get out of here at all.
Kitty?
Because like currently like, the only two gods that I know of is like Ella and like Lake, and as much as I don't like Lake, as much as I don't like you, this world is causing you pain, and Ella can't stay here. She has like so many people relying on her back home, me included. Yeah. Who's next? Who's holding flower?
I was, but it got picked up.
Yeah.
I think honestly, rather than even looking for solutions right now, we just need to focus on going forward and not backwards. Whether forward today means we come out of here with a step-by-step plan of what we're going to do, or forward today just means we all leave here as people who understand that these are other humans and fallen gods in a room that all have a collective goal. And honestly, I think as long as we can all agree that forward progress needs to happen, we'll be able to get things worked out. Kitty, to answer your question about the god that would stay here, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna hide it. I have been doing research into the occult to work on how to remedy that problem. I have not come across anything for certain yet, and I normally, as an individual of science, I don't like to present an option unless I have at least 90% of the knowledge there. That way I can answer any questions given. But I have been doing research and I'm looking for it so that way Lake does not have to stay here. That way Ella does not have to stay here should they not want to. But it is being worked on. And as far as Sam goes, I'm also looking for a way for people who want to come and go to be able to come and go. Because, you know, we're all people. And regardless of what brought us here or who we were in life, you know, there's there's a scientist, a warrior, a time traveler, a mushroom, a skeleton, a royalty. We wouldn't. None of us would have met without this happening. And the friendships we've made here are going to be extremely important. And I think part of this is togetherness, and we're all going to be able to get out of here, and we're all going to be able to do things to make everything right. Summer, I see you have.
Essentially, just to add on to this, I want everybody to be prepared that this is not going to be a quick or easy process. We don't have much of anything to go off of how to get back, but I do trust that we are going to have a solution to this eventually. It may not be the best solution for anybody, but it might be the second best solution for all of us.
Science never works fast.
Science, magic, at this point we time traveled ourselves into magic. It doesn't matter what we're calling this. We all have to be sacrifices for it.
Magic. But
Does anyone else have something to say?
What? Oh, I think I threw it in the fire.
Well, I still have my tapping stick.
Something to say? Talking egg.
Talking has
can
been
use this.
forbidden.
No, wait, I
The stick
actually
is
picked it
broken.
up. Does anyone else have anything they have to say, or are we good to break this meeting? You can talk.
I've at least said my
believe
piece.
This meeting is adjourned.
This meeting is adjourned.
Yeah,
Do we want to plan for another one in the future once we know a little more?
We will
plan once we get information, I guess.
When we get more information. I think planning another meeting now would be pointless. And
All right then.
Chaos. I adore this place. It's very quaint. Next
But
time
it's
we
too
do a
small.
meeting,
It's also
we're
a bit
doing it at
small.
my Starbucks.
Okay.
We're doing it at my Starbucks, okay? It might be run
Okay.
down and it might be shitty, but it's more space than this. Yes, coffee.
This one already smells like coffee. It would only be fitting.
What's coffee again?
With
don't
that,
Oh, you drink it and it makes you go zoom.
with that,
Oh.
If you just take a
Meeting
sharp,
adjourned.
sharp inhale.
I'll be
you'll
taking
feel
my
it.
leave.
Right.
I will be.
Okay.
It's been
But I have a
fun, guys,
spyglass. Whose
and
is this?
I will talk with you guys
It's Fuzzy's.
eventually.
Before we
Yeah.
dissolve too much, if everyone would like to, when you get home, set up a mailbox in an easily accessible place so we can contact everyone about a second meeting.
Will do.
If you can get in contact with Sam, that'll work out for me.
Okay.
Meeting adjourned. Bye bye. Have fun.
Okay.
Please don't kill anything on the way out, including each other.
No. Okay.
What is adjourned?
Adjourned, it means it's over, essentially. You're free to go.
Oh,
Unless you want
okay.
to stay.
I like staying.
Okay.
Oh.
Hi, Lake. We have some things to talk about.
Oh, you're the lake that people keep telling me things about. I keep hearing things and I keep not knowing anything about it. Hi, I'm Ella.
Hi, Ella.
It's. Do you want some flowers? I like flowers. Flowers make people happy.
Yeah, I love flowers. Thank you.
Of course. What did you want to talk to us about?
Lake. Ella. You're married, and I don't want to act as a couples therapist here, but I feel like married couples are at least supposed to have conversations before they cut each other out of each other's lives.
I don't know what you're talking about, Chaos.
Yeah, no, get back here. Yeah, no, get back here. I literally don't care. Get back here.
Wait, Lake, what is married? And where are you going?
Married means together
Home.
forever.
Together forever?
Yeah, I thought you blew that up.
You don't think I'm just living on my own, right?
Homeless Ark.
No.
I mean, if you need a place to stay, I have plenty of empty buildings around here.
Yeah, you could always stay in the moon with Summer and I. We could all be friends. Do you want to be friends?
I don't think Summer would appreciate that.
You could stay in the castle. Be
I
away
already
from
have
everyone.
a place to
Still
go.
have.
Oh, okay.
We do need to talk about this.
No, we don't.
You could at least give Ella back her memories. We could start there.
Or I could not, because she doesn't have any memories of me, Chaos.
I know, I'm pretty sure she does.
Did you just hit me?
With the bapping stick, you deserve to be bapped.
Chaos, we both know why I did what I did.
I
And we
don't
both
know why,
that it's still not
actually, because
safe.
it makes no sense.
It does make sense.
Well, even if I don't have memories of you as people keep telling me that I had, we can start again, right? That's how that works? I mean, we can just
No,
be
we
friends and make
can't.
more memories. Why not?
Married. That means together forever, or at least 5 years. Not 5 years yet, like, hurry up and apologize.
No.
Sorry.
I don't have anything to apologize for, Chaos.
Yes, you do. The first
really
step is
don't.
acknowledgement. You hurt
First
someone.
step of what?
Fixing things.
Nothing's
Like, you hurt people close
broken.
to you, people who care about you, people who you care about, and you can't act like you have nothing to apologize for.
I did what I had to do, whether you like it or not.
I don't think you did. There's so many other ways you could have gone about this, ways that wouldn't hurt us.
Chaos, you didn't care about me from the second that I told you I was a god and that I lied, and that's fine.
No, I did care about you. I was mildly upset that you didn't tell me, but that doesn't mean I stopped caring about you. I needed time to think, to process. That's a human problem we have to deal with. You have to deal with now, because you're kind of stuck with us.
It doesn't matter that you're a god. Chaos knows that I'm a god, and Chaos is still friends with me. We can all still be friends, no matter if we're gods or not.
No one should be my friend, Ella.
Why not?
I don't think that's for you to decide.
I think it really is, Chaos. After all, none of the gods wish to be my friend. Why would a mortal?
Oh, I'll be your friend.
You're talking
I'll
to
be
the
your
child
friend.
of chaos.
I don't think I'm really a god right now, but I'll be your friend.
It's not
You
safe.
living in the wreckage of your tree.
No. I'm simply
Why
taking
are we
my
going?
time to throw you off of where I'm going.
Oh, too bad. You're stuck with me. You never accepted my stick. How dare.
I keep it there to remind me of the good times.
Oh. No. Don't close the door on us. Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
I don't
Don't
know.
you dare. You dare. You're going to your portal. How dare. I'm sorry, I'm slow.
Me too.
Oh.
Oh.
Where'd you go? Where did you go? Lake.
Lake? Lake?
Hello?
Lake?
Lost Lake.
I don't understand. Why does Lake not want to be my friend?
It's not that. It's not that. It's going through some emotions right now that they're just not used to processing, and it's a lot. And in their minds, they think that staying away is better for you, even if they're wrong.
But everyone keeps telling us that we're friends forever, even though I don't know Lake. And then Lake won't even be my friend, even though people are saying that we should be.
Lake is still your friend. Lake is just trying to protect you, okay?
Why does
Some people think that in order to protect others, they have to distance themselves.
But
That's just what Lake is trying to do. That's why they care so much about you. They rather be without you than to see you hurt.
Why does it hurt, Chaos? Why does it hurt? I don't even know Lake.
It's we can figure this out. It might take some time, but we can figure this out.
Okay. No one deserves to be without friends. You know.
And I'm right here. I'm with you. Here. We're friends. We're gonna figure this out because Lake is just being dramatic, okay? Lake is just being dramatic.
Okay.
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 We can figure this out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We have to, right?
Might take some time, but in the end, we'll get like right next back. Right there, right in your hands. I'm so sorry. You have a flower.
I like flowers.
I know.
Okay, yeah. As long as we get Lake back, I want to be able to remember Lake.
We'll figure this out. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Chaos.
Good. Okay. If you ever need anything, I'll be around.
Okay.
I'll set up a mailbox or just come knock on my door. I'm usually awake. I have a horrible sleeping schedule.
Oh. Okay, I'll be sure to knock, but sleep is important.
I try. I run off of naps, you know?
Okay. As long as you're happy, that's what matters.
I'm good. Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be okay. Thank you for being my friend, Chaos.
You're welcome. And thank you for trusting me.
Of course.
Okay.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you. I guess I should be getting back to the cake now. We kind of gave all of our cakes to Phantom because she seemed sad, and now we don't have any cakes in the cake.
If you ever need chicken eggs, I can cover you. Don't worry.
Okay. I'll be sure to visit, and then we can look at all the chickens again. Oh, I added my banner to nearby the table. Also.
Oh, that's perfect. I'm sure it'll look lovely.
Yeah, it'll look great, and then we can all have all of the friends' banners up there, and maybe someday we'll have lakes too.
Yep, and it'll be all perfect. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Bye, Chaos.
Holding on to those flowers, all right?
I will.
Bye.
Bye. Oh.
Hey, Ella.
Hi, Kitty. Sorry, a little emotional. How are you?
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I just talked with Lake, who I didn't know, but I guess I did know, and Lake said they didn't want to be my friend.
I need to talk to them.
Yeah, Chaos tried, but they just ran away. I don't know. I don't understand.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Happy flowers. Oh.
I was about to give you some flowers. Oh.
You wanted to say hi.
Okay then. Yeah.
Oh, did you see that there are book club signups?
I'm saying it now. What exactly is in the book club?
I'm not sure. I'll be honest, but I like meeting people, and so I put my name on the list. It's in there. It seems like it would be fun.
There's golden carrots, lovely.
Oh, wait, just golden carrots? Oh. Here, wait, we can add flowers, maybe.
Yes.
Oh. I put too many. I put too many. There. Perfect. Yeah, we, at some point, should talk to Lux. I mean, now that you guys have met, it'll probably be easier, at least a little bit.
Yeah, of course. Part of me wants to see if some of the other villages that were also under your care, I wonder if they're still here as well. Because my village can't be the only one. I can't be the only one.
I'm not sure, but how would we know where to start looking?
I'm still trying to look for the books that explain all of it.
Oh, okay. I guess we can go check with Lux, and then we can go on. Someone was telling me, Riddles was telling me it was called an adventure.
Adventures are always fun.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll talk to Lux. We'll go on an adventure. Yeah. Thank you for being my friend, Kitty.
Thank you for putting your trust in me.
Always. Yeah. Do you want to come into the cake?
Not right now. I still need to talk to someone.
Okay. That's okay.
But as soon as I'm done, I'll be right over.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I just have lots of baked goods, and it turns out, have you talked to Fuzz that much yet?
I've met Fuzz once, but not really, no.
Okay, Fuzz really doesn't like cookies. Says that they're called parrot unalivers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So just if you ever go near Fuzz, don't bring any cookies.
The incident was kind of.
Oh,
I was there.
Oh,
yeah.
I was not there for that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I can understand that. I won't bring any cookies to Fuzz. Yeah.
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 Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah. Also, have you met Phantom?
I just talked with Phantom, actually.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
Because Phantom keeps telling, like, every time I mention your town, Phantom keeps wondering where it is and wondering if they can meet you. So it's good that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, we just met.
Okay, perfect.
I'm not sure how I feel about them.
That's okay. Not everyone's sure how they feel about Phantom, but Phantom's trying.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
I shall speak to you later, hopefully.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. I'm going to go finish baking stuff in the cake. We kind of ran out of cakes.
Yep, all good.
Okay, bye, Kitty.
Bye.
I'm not sure why Lake is so sad. Okay, chat, we can do a brief pause on lore while we're waiting for other people to show up. Hi Jagger, I know you had a prediction. Sorry, I don't do redeems while we're in lore, but I'll do a prediction right now. Okay, we need a dumb prediction. What is a silly prediction? Any suggestions for a dumb prediction? Let's think. What's a good one? Oh. I need something that can be done in like a short amount of time. No one died at the round table though. That would have been a good prediction. Let's see. How many flowers do I have? Okay. How many flowers are on me right now? I spelled flowers wrong. Okay, we're gonna say the over-under is... You're gonna make me do math here. Let's say 300 flowers. So 300 and over, or under 300. And let's give it a minute. All right, there you go. That was a good prediction. So now you can guess. Now you can guess. Don't look at my hotbar. Don't do it. I'll let you predict, and then I'll have to count. But yeah, don't worry. I'm not actually sad in real life. It's all planned out and scripted in lore, so don't worry. I probably should have done different amount for the flowers, but it's okay. But yeah, we have a couple people who want to talk to me. Okay, did the prediction end? How do I check? How do I Oh, I get to choose the outcome. Okay, well, we're looking at how many flowers I have right now. Okay, you're gonna make me do math. Hold on, I'm pulling up my calculator for this. Are you ready? Are you ready? We're gonna do math. So 64 plus 64 plus 64 plus 30, because I don't want to do this in my head, plus 2 plus 7 plus 64 plus 49 plus 60 plus 22. 426. There. Oh. Hello?
Hi?
Hi. Oh, you're Steph. You're the one that Riddles was telling me about. Hi, do you want to come in?
Yeah, that's me.
Or I can come out?
No, I can come in.
Okay, welcome to the cake.
It's a very nice cake.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. I know Riddles said that they maybe couldn't make it. But I was really excited to meet you because Riddles was telling me that you're like Summer to me. 'Cause Summer looks out for me and you look out for Riddles.
Oh, yeah, I guess you could say that. Riddles and I live in the same place. She came out of a hole in the ground.
I did too.
She mentioned that. She mentioned that you all baked cakes together.
Oh yeah, because Phantom seemed sad, and so I made a lot of cake, and we didn't know what to do with them. So we decided to give Phantom all of the cakes. And I haven't talked to Phantom about if they liked all the cakes, but I want to do that.
I would, yeah, I think that's a good idea. They're a little sad. I'm glad you tried to cheer her up.
Yeah, of course.
Do you remember anything? Did Lake give you back your memories?
No, Lake told me that they didn't want to be my friend, and then they ran away, and then I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. Chaos told me that we're gonna fix it.
Okay. Do you know how?
I don't know, but I've been working with Kitty, to maybe find books from her village so that we can basically investigate where other towns are in hopes of finding more flowers with names that might help me get my memories back.
Flowers with names?
Yeah, Kitty collects flowers that have names attached to them. It's I guess a custom of her town. I'm not really sure. I don't remember a bunch of it. Apparently, it used to be my custom.
Oh, from when you were, well, I guess you're still a god, but a god who remembered.
Yeah, I don't really remember, but yeah, apparently Kitty was part of a village that worshipped me, which seems weird because I'm just Ella.
I can see it on you.
See what? Ella?
The god stuff.
Oh. I didn't know you could see the god stuff. Oh.
Most people can't. I'd prefer if you didn't mention it.
Okay, I won't.
Hi, Ime.
Hi, Ime.
This is probably rude.
Oh. Hi, Ime.
Hi, Ime.
Oh, I was muted. Hi, I am so sorry I ditched you. I saw people. I left.
It's okay. It's all right. I needed to talk to Phantom anyway, so that's fine.
Oh, good. I'm glad you got to talk to her. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Ime. It's nice to formally meet you.
I'm Ella. It's nice to formally meet you too.
Hi. Have a flower.
I love flowers. Here, you can have flowers too. Flowers are my
thank you.
favorite. They make everyone happy. Happy flowers.
This
They
is
do.
true.
My friend Riddles really likes flowers. I can see why she likes you.
Yeah, I gave Riddles lots of flowers when we were putting cakes in Phantom City.
You don't want anything, do you?
Me? I don't think so.
What?
Interesting.
Why?
Who's
What?
Riddles?
Oh.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry, Ime. Here.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Thank you.
Riddles is I live with her. We live together down pretty far away from Spawn, actually.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, she's funny. She's sweet. She couldn't make it to the meeting. I was a little worried that things would get violent, and I didn't want her in danger.
That's understandable. Summer was worried about me too, but I went anyway.
I'll be honest, we weren't supposed to go in with any sort of dangerous things, but I brought a bunch of potions in case someone started to fight, and they're not bad potions, but I did bring them, and I feel a little bit guilty for kind of skirting it there. They're just...
If it makes you feel better.
Yeah, I had this one which stops violence. Does that help?
Oh, nice.
It doesn't hurt anyone. It just presses pause.
Oh, same. I grabbed Turtle Master and Regeneration and Weakness in case, something happened, but I'm glad we were all on the same page.
I didn't really want to hurt anyone. I just wanted to make sure everyone made it out of there. Well, everyone who wasn't looking for a fight made it out of there okay.
Yeah, I don't really like violence.
I
Mhm.
I don't like it much either, but sometimes it's necessary.
I avoid it at all costs. Sometimes it happens around me, and I just kind of hide in the back.
Oh, you're like me. You're a pacifist.
A pacifist, yeah.
Yay!
Can we be friends?
Oh yeah, sure, of course.
Yay! Do you want to be friends, Seth?
Thank you.
Yeah, we can be friends.
Yay! Lots
Here,
of
have a
friends.
potato.
You're already friends with Riddles, and I guess you
Have
don't.
potatoes.
Oh, thanks.
I like potatoes.
I guess here.
Oh
Come
my
on in.
gosh.
Hello, do you want
It's
some
Kitty.
potatoes?
Hello, Kitty.
Hi.
Oh,
I don't think we've met.
Oh. Kitty, this is Seth. Seth, this is Kitty.
Nice to meet you.
Kitty, we can't hear you. Kitty's temporarily mute. There.
Sorry. I'll
There
say
you go.
hi.
That's
Hello.
hilarious.
That is a blooper. Thank you for potatoes. Thank you.
No problem. Potatoes are good.
Oh god.
I was just talking to Kitty, because we found a little sign that said that there was going to be a book club, and there was lots of names in it, and so we wrote down our names, or at least I wrote down my name.
Oh,
good.
Yeah.
That was Ime's idea.
Really?
Yeah, well,
So
you brought up it, but yeah, I started the book. I need to get a location and a plan together for that, but
I'll be honest, I haven't signed anything yet. I don't know what exactly is the book club because from what I understand, there's another book club that wasn't so nice.
Oh, no, this is just a club where we all read the same book and then come together to
about it.
discuss it on a regular basis and share our thoughts.
Ooh. Well,
It's
I
just
definitely
a
would like to
social
join
event.
that.
Yay! Oh, I really gotta get that organized. I gotta talk to Chaos about maybe seeing if I could use their library.
Yeah, where do we get the books from? Like, do we decide on a random one, or like how does that work?
Ideally, we would all be able to have the same book. It occurs to me that because we're all apparently from different times, we might not have access to the same books, so we could either get copies made from some future
some of the
tech,
scriptures of my people.
You
If we
can
wanna
make
do that.
copies of books pretty easily if you just have the book and another book to copy it into. I could make copies if we have.
Oh, that would be really helpful.
I own a couple of books. They're mostly old stories, old legends, but I'd be happy to make copies of them to lend out.
Yeah, so we basically every week, or depending on when people's schedules, we would basically just pick a book. Maybe we could have it so a different person picks the book each meeting. We read it on our own time, and then we get together and we talk about how we feel on it.
We could always change where we do it.
That is true.
I
can host it. My house is just a little small.
We could always do a rotation. We all could always close out the cake and have anyone here, or Summer and I live in the moon. We can also do it in the moon, although it's kind of crowded in there too. But
there's also my village. There's a bunch of now empty houses.
Or we could do it as a picnic somewhere. Picnic.
We could build somewhere.
That's
I love
true.
all these ideas.
Sure.
They could build like a gazebo.
What's a gazebo?
It's like a little outside tent structure.
It's an outdoor covered sitting area, usually located in parks or along scenic vistas. Very common for dates.
Thank you, Ime. That.
Okay, yeah, we could build a gazebo.
Yeah.
Kitty, that cat is staring very dramatically at you.
The kitty's staring at the kitty.
It must smell all my other cats.
Oh.
The kitty is staring at the kitty.
Has anyone seen this dog yet, though? Fuzz is very proud of this dog.
Oh, that is.
Oh man. Oh,
That
hey,
is a
we have
very,
his entire
very.
name on screen.
How do we even pronounce
That's.
I don't know.
his name?
Fuzz left all of their pets here. Not sure why, but that's okay. We take care of them.
They're cute.
Yeah.
Oh, Chad and Barry! I remember them.
Yeah.
Jeffrey. Oh my gosh. Coco. Well, this is a nice cake.
Oh, thank you. Do you want any food? The menus are on either side of the counter.
I'm good for now, but I'll definitely want some later, I think.
Okay, yeah, you're welcome anytime.
Wonderful.
Where do you source your apples from?
The apples?
Yeah.
There's lots of trees. Truth be told, a lot of the ingredients Summer just brings in, and I'm not exactly sure where a lot of them are from. I bake the things with the ingredients, so I don't know where Summer gets the apples. But we have lots if you need apples.
I like apples. I usually try to collect them, but they're kind of hard to get where I'm at.
Here, you can have some apples. Here.
Oh, thank you.
Apples. Apples.
Wait, did you guys know each other before the timeline break, or did you
Thank
guys
you.
meet after?
Of course. I don't remember anyone from before.
Yeah, I mean, I know you, so I worship you. What about you guys? Did you guys know each other?
No.
No,
I met
I
them the
don't
other day.
really know anyone here.
Oh.
I'm from, I'm old.
Yeah.
There's someone staring at us through the window.
Oh, they're
I
nice.
believe that is Sam and Mushroom.
Oh,
Yeah,
why are
they're
they
really
just, why
come
are
in?
they just staring at us?
Also, I would love to talk about the whole concept of worshiping Ella here, but I have to go. Someone wants to talk to me, and I don't want to keep them waiting, but this was really nice.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, it was
Hi,
great meeting
Ime.
you.
It was
We
It was
can
lovely
we can
meeting you.
figure out the book club.
Yeah, I'll figure it out as soon as I can.
Yeah, of
All right.
course. Bye, Ime.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Would you like to join us inside?
Yeah.
It's okay, Sam. They haven't noticed us yet.
No, wait.
Do you want to come in?
Join us inside.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I wanted to find Ella. I wanted to make sure that you were okay.
Oh, hi. I'm doing better. I'm still a little sad, but I'm doing. Thank you. Yeah.
Everybody seems to be really like worried about you and stuff. So I wanted to make sure that you were good.
Why are you sad?
Yeah, Chaos and I were talking with Lake, and then Lake said that they didn't want to be my friend, and then they ran away. And it makes my heart hurt.
Oh.
I don't know why. I don't even know Lake.
I'll always fight for your honor.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry
It's
about
okay.
that.
But yeah,
But I'm your friend now, so it's okay.
Yeah,
There
let's
were
be
a lot of
friends.
emotions at that meeting, so.
Yeah, Chaos promised me
feeling.
that it will take time, but it's all gonna be fixed.
All of it?
I don't know. I think Chaos was just talking about my memories in Lake, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your memories in Lake are definitely a good thing to be fixed.
Yeah, I think so too. No one should be without friends. No one.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Friends are very important.
Oh,
before
hi,
I forget,
Lux.
I'll
Hello.
Hello, hold on. Just quickly signing. I don't want to forget.
Hello.
Sign up for the book club.
Oh yeah, look, the book club is ready
I
to
feel
go.
like
Hey.
it's worth mentioning that this is the specifically non-violent book club.
As opposed to a violent book club?
Yeah, there was one
Yeah,
that
There's
was.
apparently one of those. I wasn't sure if you were a member of the more aggressive
I
This is
was.
exactly why Mr. Frederick likes to stay up north. This type of stuff is exactly why he stays up north and tells me to stay up north. Because gosh, there's always so much happening.
Yeah.
Do you read
Yeah.
actual books?
And no,
Yes.
well, in the not book club, which honestly I wasn't sure what I was signing up for, but I figured if I was already part of it, then it was fine, and if I wasn't, then I wanted to be. That one was me and Phantom and Summer, and people keep telling me Lake was in it, but I don't remember that, and that one wasn't that fun. I just kind of sat in the corner and hid.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
This is an actual book club. We're going to read books, and I think I'm going to be building a gazebo for all of us to meet and talk about it.
Can we have an actual round-ish table so we can see people?
Yes, that was going to be part of the decision.
Also, a
I'm
nice river.
thinking.
Rivers always go well with gazebos.
I was thinking of maybe doing away with the table concept entirely and just having some benches that all look towards each other.
You know what? I love that idea. That looks great. It sounds like it looks great.
I can see that.
And perhaps
need
we can
help?
have some small coffee tables in between for our drinks.
Yes, and I'll
Assuming
add
we're
a,
serving light refreshments.
I would, yeah, I'll
bring food?
include a river for you too, Lex.
Lux makes really good refreshments.
Ooh.
Luxor.
If you need any help building, just let me know. I like to build.
Oh, Lux, speaking of which, I figured I'd let you know. Mr. Frederick did head up back north. So.
I assumed so. I had other things to deal with.
He seemed very uncomfortable the entire time.
Oh, he doesn't get out much. He doesn't like people.
Frederick.
I'm sure the only reason he was there is because he tolerates me. I promised him though that if we could make a list of all the people we should avoid, and that really got him down here. So like,
but
yeah, that should tell you.
Why would
Where
anyone
do
want
you all
to
live?
avoid everyone?
Because
people are scary, Ella. People do terrible, terrible things.
People are scary.
Some people are just rude.
It's
People
better
stop.
to avoid them altogether than to risk being hurt.
Oh, I like everyone here.
Also, the
though.
man's brain is probably full of coal dust.
Oh,
Though he has more of a though I can promise he has more of a brain than DM does.
Most definitely, that man is nothing but coffee and poor
Coffee and
decision.
cobblestone.
You give him too much credit. Cobblestone is quite a nice-looking block.
It's good for accents.
No, I was talking about very common, very large amounts of it.
Yes.
Wouldn't you say dirt then?
We could say dirt. Dirt. Ooh, no, a grass block. A grass block would be nice for him.
but I like grass. Grass is soft, and you can walk around on it, and it grows lots of flowers.
This is true.
You can. That's kind of why I say that, because you can easily walk all over him in a conversation, as long as you are speaking, because he's so dumb.
And this is the guy who caused this whole timeline collapse, right?
He's the one who caused it all.
Let's put it this way. I know him better than I'd like to admit from my own timeline, though I don't know him personally, I know of him. And let's just say that sometimes, even if you are a menial worker, you rise to a point of power where you don't do the work you used to do anymore, and you are nothing but a figurehead. And that is the place that Incendium has risen to. He used to be a scientist, and a very good one. Until, of course, he was given too much power, too many people to command. It went to his head. He took the project on its head, and now we're here.
Sounds like he's just trying to be a god.
Great.
He wouldn't be the first in this realm.
Yet another deity we need walking around this place. No offense, Ella.
That's okay. I'm not really a god, I don't think. I mean, I can't do anything, and I don't remember any of it, so I'm just an Ella.
Okay. Well, that's great.
We also...
You knew about DM? God, nobody told me anything.
I mean, this is my first time learning stuff as well. Don't worry.
If it makes you feel any better, I didn't know we had gods until about 20 minutes ago. Maybe it was close to half an hour. I'm bad at time.
Maybe you and I need to talk more about that, because I've known about Lake being a god for a hot minute. Like before Ella lost her memories type of hot minute. Like I tried to explain to the two of them what marriage was within like an hour of them being married.
I still don't really know what marriage is. Like, kind of. Chaos kind of explained it, I guess, again. But that's okay.
I'll be honest, I've always known that Ella was a god. I mean, I grew up worshipping her. My whole, like, village is centered around her. Yeah.
I kind of caught
Could I
on to the fact
see your
that
village
Ella might
sometime,
be.
Kitty?
I kind of caught on to the fact that Ella might be a god based off the fact that Lake always talked about knowing Ella in the past. And, like, I mean, Lake's a god, and in the past they would have been with other gods. So I kind of jumped to that conclusion.
Wait, Seth, what did you say?
Could I see your village sometime?
Yeah, it's just over that way, past the moon.
Wait, you guys haven't been to Kitty's village yet, have you?
No.
Should we all
Would you
go
guys
see
like to
Kitty's
see?
village?
I would love that, but it's getting quite late in a specific time period, and I know that Kitty
Yes,
wanted to
look.
discuss more lore-specific things. So if we could do that first, then you would all be welcome to go on a lovely gavellant to Kitty's village. But
Maybe we do it another day then. It sounds like Lux has things they need to talk to
Yeah,
people
maybe
about.
maybe on a
Maybe we
different
can-
day we all have a picnic there.
Yeah,
that
sounds
sounds
lovely.
lovely.
Comfy?
Yeah,
It is
comfy,
a very, very lovely
comfy.
place.
Sounds cozy.
In fact, actually, I intend on attempting to make myself some better friends, and to do that, I must change people to be more like a person that I could be friends with. So I think, oh, I haven't told you this. Sam, I think I'm going to teach you how to be a royal.
Oh!
And you are all invited if you wish.
Can I learn? Can I learn?
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
As long as you are open to and willing to learn, and do not call me things like a selfish brat or
We're not like Phantom, don't worry.
No, that was kind of mean, but Phantom isn't always that mean.
or
I
I
think
believe above
Phantom's-
my station or stuck up or anything
I mean,
like that.
Lux, have I ever said anything like that to you?
I'm not talking about you, Sam. I'm talking about the
Okay,
other
good.
people I had conversations with earlier today.
Who said that? I'll fight them.
Fighting
Sam-
isn't the always the best thing.
Fighting is not the best thing, but you are more than welcome to give DM a good smack over the head for me.
Yes, of course I will. That I can do. I want to do that. He deserves it, though it might rattle around the one brain cell he has in there. So maybe I'll knock him on his ass.
Maybe if we're lucky, it'll kill it.
I know that DM did a lot of wrong things and that you guys all say that he's bad, but he hasn't been mean to me or to anyone else yet.
He came and
He's
accosted
suspicious.
everybody who's a part of the North. He came and accosted all of us. He came to my house without my permission or anything. He went and I don't know, yelled at Mr. Frederick and showed up at his house. And he's come and showed up at Lux's house multiple times and been obnoxious. So the North doesn't like him because he came and accosted all of us. So
well, that makes sense. Are you sure he wasn't just looking for friends?
No, he specifically said he was looking for answers. And was very mean and very mean, very direct, and honestly, it was an interesting deal.
Well, I wanted to meet you, Lux, because I am currently trying to help Ella regain her memories, and in doing that, I've been looking through my scriptures and books that's stored at my place. But because of the timeline, it seems like where I'm from, it's very far from where everybody else is, like timeline-wise. So a lot of things are missing. And Ella did mention that you were royalty, and that there's a potential that you might have some of the books that we're looking for.
I do have quite the extensive library within my home. Royalty was well kept, although much information before the nuclear apocalypse was destroyed. So I don't know how much help I'll be, but you're welcome to look through my library at any time. And Ella, I want you to get your memories back. Trust me, I really do. But I fear that with your memories might come people who want to hurt you for those memories and the power that you may regain, and also the desire for power again. And you're welcome to that, as it is your birthright, as it was mine, but power isn't the only way to be happy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy right now. I don't like forgetting people or things. I mostly Lake. I don't understand how that even happened.
I was going to ask, do you make new memories?
I guess, and that's what I was trying to do is Chaos kept asking Lake to give my memories back, which I don't even know how that's possible really. But Lake kept saying no, and then I said we could be friends and we could make new memories, and then Lake said no.
Well, it seems to me that maybe
I don't like Lake.
Oh, okay.
That was
maybe
just
Lake
me
doesn't
just like
have the clearest
Just a
of
few of us.
intentions currently, and I'm sure that that's something we can confront them about later. Yes, everyone?
Yes.
We can
Yes.
confront Lake about
I
the
think
things that
so.
they said.
Ella has always been a very forgiving god. I only just recently found out her name was Ella. I've always known her as like the forgiving one, the graceful one, the gifted one. I mean, she did give me a name, though she doesn't remember. I'm currently the only one that knows that name.
I think Ella's a pretty fitting name for her.
Yes, it's a very beautiful name.
Summer gave it to me when I came out of the pit. Not the same pit as Riddles. I've seen that pit. That's a nice pit too, though.
You've seen that pit?
Yeah. Riddles showed it to me. It was very pretty.
Oh yeah, I remember
Riddles
Riddles.
showed
I talked
you
to
our
Riddles.
base?
Oh, I didn't see the base, but I talked to Riddles the other day too.
Yeah, Riddles is so nice.
You've met Riddles? She is.
Seth!
Yes.
Seth!
Oh god.
Riddles!
What? Oh.
Speaking of Riddles.
Riddles!
Okay.
Riddles!
Hi, Ella!
Hi!
Hi! Hi!
Have some
Riddles!
flowers.
Thank you!
Riddles.
You look very different.
Sam!
Right. Hi.
You're
There's
back.
a lot of people here.
Yeah.
Seth, I know
Yes.
you said not to go to the round table, but you didn't come back for a long time, and I got worried.
I'm fine. We're fine. We're all fine, actually.
Oh,
How
Riddles.
was the meeting?
Are you okay? It was good. We talked about several things.
Good
No one
is an
died.
overstatement.
Yeah, no one
No one
fought.
died.
No one fought. There was no violence.
Oh, that's true.
Oh wow! Wait, Sam. See, you didn't have to be nervous.
Oh no, I had rights to be nervous. No, I did have rights to be nervous about everything.
Riddles. This is Kitty. And you already know Sam.
Kitty.
And this is Lux.
This
Lux,
is
you
Lux.
don't have to be afraid of Riddles.
Alright.
Riddles is nice.
Lux,
All good.
come over here. Riddles is good.
Hi, Lux.
Riddles, Ella and I hung out the other day.
Hello?
Yeah, we cheered Phantom up, right? Seth, remember you said that
Did we
Phantom
cheer
was
them
sad,
up? Did
so we
anybody ask
cheered
them
her
about
up.
I didn't get to talk to her after the
yep,
meeting.
I did.
Neither did I. So, it's
Nice
fine.
to make your acquaintance, Riddles.
Oh, hi, Lux.
Luxor of Neptia, Your Highness.
Luxor. Oh, hello.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Lux. I guess I should start introducing you as Luxor.
I'd appreciate
Apologies.
that, Sam.
Can do.
You look
I'm
different.
Kitty.
I do.
I'm Kitty. Hi. I worship
Hi,
Ella.
Kitty.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Hello.
Hi.
Wait, you know Ella? Ella's really nice.
Yeah, I worship her.
Worship?
Oh, you weren't there. I told everyone. Apparently someone, I don't remember who, told me that I was a god in a past life. But I don't remember that. I have no memories of that, and I don't have any powers or anything, so I'm just here now. I'm just an Ella.
What?
Hi Fuzz!
Hello!
Hi, Fuzz!
Okay, we're
just
letting
coming
this
back.
happen. I don't know what's happening, but
Alright. Oh. Heart.
oh, it's
Car.
a car.
It's a car.
What is the car exactly?
It's a car.
Ah.
My pig.
Hello.
How does one?
You have to have a carrot on a stick.
Where does one get carrot? Is that a carrot on the stick?
Yes, I have it in my hand.
Oh.
Yeah, Riddles, I'm sorry that I didn't tell you sooner. Everyone kept telling me that it was supposed to be a secret, and I didn't like keeping secrets, and so I told everyone. I don't want to keep any more.
Are you really a god?
I don't know. I don't remember it.
You seem too kind to be a god.
Ella's always been a very, very kind god.
The gods I know are not like you.
Well,
You're talking about Lake. Lake, we don't like Lake.
We don't.
Ella's
We
good.
don't like most gods.
Ella is a good god, though.
Gods are like
He's very
most
kind.
diplomats. There
I don't even really.
isn't much there. I said most gods are like diplomats. There isn't much there, both in brain cells and in good things.
Oh.
But I like to think that obviously you are different, Ella, and I like to think of myself as different, but I'm not really sure.
I find there's usually too much there when it comes to gods.
Too much confidence, not enough brain cells, not
Yeah,
enough intelligence.
I don't even feel like that I count because I don't remember anything and I don't have any abilities and I'm just me. Like someone told me and I can't even remember.
Steph.
Yeah.
Yes?
What do you think?
It was nice to make your acquaintance, Riddles and Seth.
Pleasure to meet you, Your Highness.
I must be going now, but
I hope to meet you again.
Yes,
yeah,
I will definitely
we'll
be
see you
seeing
soon, Lux.
Oh, wait, we have to meet you again because Ella said you know how to throw tea parties.
Oh,
yes, I do. I throw
Lux
tea
is supposed to
parties
teach me how to be a royal too, so maybe
and
you
I
should
do plan on teaching my friend Sam here how to be a royal. So, if you wish to learn the ways of the royalty or just high court etiquette, I'm your person.
Oh, very cool. I will keep that in mind.
So
Thank you.
you commented on my strange appearance, and has to
Thank
do
you
with
for the
fact that
raid,
I am
Blake.
a
What's up,
genetically
guys?
modified human to survive times of nuclear apocalypse.
Genetic. Oh, that's interesting. That's really cool. I mean, I guess it's cool that you guys were able to
I'll
do that.
explain that later, Riddles.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Farewell. I'll see you all again soon.
Bye, Lux.
Bye, Lux.
Your Highness.
I'm glad you guys all got to meet Lux. I like Lux. But then now we can all have a tea party.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lux is supposed to teach me how to be
We
proper.
can have
so
a tea party.
Should we show them my place? Should we show them my place?
Yeah. Do you guys want to see Kitty's place? It's so pretty. There's lots of plants and it's shiny and there's a big tree.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. It's just this way. Just this way.
Okay, while we're running.
It's
while we're running.
Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you for the 2 months, Lake.
The grind don't stop.
I actually managed to still be lost.
Oh,
But yeah,
Despite there being
please,
a path.
please don't mind if there's like some places that are damaged. When I woke up and everyone was gone, things were damaged. I've been doing my best trying to like rebuild everything. A lot of things have been affected.
It's still really, really pretty though.
Yeah. Thank you. Just pass this way. This is my temporary house that I've been staying at. Yeah, there's a lot of cats in there. If you want, you can always come by and say hi. There's a reason why my name's Kitty.
Oh.
Oh.
They're
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, it's just past this way. I feel like I need to like work on making a good path to get in. Yeah. Just
Deep in here.
Yeah, but
Not
it's
too much.
worth the run.
Yeah.
You get
Oh.
stuck on a tree.
And this is my village.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Kitty, this is incredible.
Whoa, this is huge.
But yeah.
You live here?
I used to. I live in that other house that I built over there right now because there's a bit more space and it's closer to everyone else. But yeah, I've been working on like rebuilding this place. This is the shrine for Ella.
You okay?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm currently trying to rebuild the library and look for everything that I lost. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that we're still okay. I mean, I know Summer told me when they also told me not to say anything, that some people wouldn't really like it and that I wouldn't necessarily be safe, but I don't want people to not know things, even if I don't feel like I am that.
I mean, we're not gonna hurt you, but I think it's interesting that you're a god. It sounds, from what Lake was saying, that you are sort of a counterpart. Kitty, is that correct?
Well, I've always grown up as Ella being the goddess that my village worships. Yeah. So I've always viewed Ella as the god, but yeah.
Yeah, so supposedly I was a god of life. That's what I was told. I still I still can't remember who told me.
How do you?
It was Lake. That makes sense why you guys used to be friends in the old world. You guys were counterparts.
I guess.
Opposites.
Yeah. You guys were opposites of each other.
How do you feel about Seth?
I like Seth. Seth is very nice. Seth is great. Seth and I can be friends.
Okay, Seth, if she likes you, I mean, I thought you said gods don't normally like you, but if she likes you, then
they
maybe it's okay.
Why wouldn't gods normally like you?
That's complicated. I'm old. I've seen a lot. I've done a lot of things. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay then.
Doesn't like Seth. But neither does Phantom.
I am hard to kill, let's say, and I was never very good at doing the things I was told to do, which makes a lot of gods unhappy.
Well, Ella's always been very kind and forgiving, so even if you weren't able to do what you were told, she'd understand that.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
know?
Everyone should just do what makes them happy. I like I said, I don't feel like a god or like I should be telling anyone to do anything. Period.
Well, Riddles likes you, and you have been very nice. So I don't think it's exactly my job to pass judgment on that. If we want to do a tea party sometime, I'm okay with that. And as long as you promise to make sure Riddles is safe, I don't mind you two talking.
Yeah, of course. I'd never want anyone to get hurt. Riddles especially. Yeah. None of you guys. None
Yay,
of you
thanks,
guys.
Ella.
Yeah, of course. Of course. My friends should be safe. Safe.
Oh, see, Seth, see, I
I
guess
agree.
maybe gods can be nice sometimes.
We'll see.
Feel like on rare occasion is a good sentence to add on to that.
Okay, maybe
see.
Ella could be the exception.
Maybe. At least while she doesn't have her memories, which we'll try to fix.
I mean, even if I do get my memories back, then won't I also still have these memories? So I won't change really that much because this is important. Who I am now is what matters.
Yeah.
You're sweet.
See, she's nice.
She is. Thank you for showing us your village, Kitty. We should
No
probably
problem.
get going. It's getting late.
Oh. Okay. Sure.
Hope to
But
see
yeah,
you again
Kitty,
soon.
this is really cool. I'll come back soon now that I know how to get here.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah, I should probably head out too. Summer's probably worried about where I am.
I should
Yeah.
probably also head home. Mr. Frederick headed home a little while ago, and while he tends to do some things, he seems to worry about me every once in a while. I don't know.
You know, he seemed
Just-
quiet
Yeah.
and grumbly, but he's a good skeleton overall.
I mean,
He
he did
seemed
come
respectable.
and check on me
There's a
when I
skeleton,
Okay.
but like not the
he did come and check
bow
on
and
me when
arrow
I
kind, not
left.
the mob
So
kind.
like he can't be all that bad.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Where
I wish you
is-
all some
Thank
safe.
you, Kitty.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Kitty.
It was nice to meet you,
Where
Sam.
is a nether portal? Yeah.
Oh, right over this way.
Yeah. Who wanted to speak to me? Sorry.
Oh. That's
Just this way. Ignore the guy in the boat.
Well, we'll ignore the guy in
You'll
the
have
boat.
to-
We don't
there's one right here.
we don't talk about the things in the nether either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kitty.
Yeah, thank you, Kitty.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Kitty. Was I going crazy? Did somebody say they wanted to talk to me?
I don't know, Sam, but you're in my VC.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're all good.
I'm leaving.
Have fun.
Bye. Thanks.
Okay, time to go back to the moon. Back to the moon. Summer said that I shouldn't stay out too long. Oh! Hello, Phantom. Hello? Hi.
Hi. Hi.
How
I'm
how
proud
are
of you.
you? What?
Good. I'm proud of you. I'm impressed with that little stunt you pulled at the round table. Good job.
Stunt? What's a stunt?
A stunt. So the way I'm using it isn't the way you're supposed to use it. It's in my time it is slang, which means it's just, abbreviated language, and it means you did something that was risky and it turned out well.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
proud of you.
Oh, you mean when I told people that I was a god?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Summer said not to, and it was part of Summer's book of secrets that I shouldn't be telling people, and so I technically lost probably that game and a lot of points. But that was what was important, and yeah, Seth doesn't seem that mad at me or Riddles, so that's good. And Sam is okay with it, and Kitty, but Kitty already knew.
Hey, by chance, just because you are, the only sweet tooth I know, did someone by chance happen to buy a lot of cakes off you?
Oh, you got the cakes! The cakes!
I I think it was extremely hard to miss them.
Oh, good. We didn't want you to miss them. We
I
saw that you were
trust me.
a little bit sad, and we didn't want you to be sad. And so Sam and Riddles and I brought you a lot of cakes.
That's sweet of you guys. That's really sweet of you guys.
Yeah. Why were you sad? Did the cakes make you happier? Happier?
A little bit, yeah. They did make me smile a little bit.
Good. That's what we were hoping for.
Good. But that stunt of telling everyone you're a god, there's responsibility that comes with that.
I mean, I'm not really a. Oh. Hi, Summer.
Hello.
I mean,
Hey, Summer.
I'm not really a god because I don't have any memories and I don't have any powers. So I'm an Ella, and that's about it.
You're an Ella. Yeah. But, there's more to you, Ella. And remember how I said I wanted to find us a way to do science?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a greenhouse?
A greenhouse. Is it like this building that we're in, but it's green?
I think it's better I just show you.
Oh, okay. Summer, do you want to come to the greenhouse?
Sure.
It's a house that's green.
That's close to what it is.
Oh, okay. This is really a path.
I'm not really familiar with around here.
Oh, we could have just taken the bridge.
It's a little easier to use the bridge usually.
Summer
but
just
we can go
fell
through
right
the
in front of
forest.
me. I was walking and then suddenly there was a Summer in my face. That was slightly concerning.
Yeah.
I usually am front obtrusive, but I can be in your face if necessary.
I mean, I think that it was just you fell and were in front of me.
Oh, Summer. I was talking to Riddles, Seth, Kitty, Lux, and Sam. And they all wanted to do a picnic at some point and wanted you to be there.
That sounds like a lot of fun, yeah.
Okay.
Summer
I don't
at
think
a
I've
picnic?
met about half of them
Summer at a
specifically.
Yeah.
Summer at a picnic.
Riddle says that Seth is like what you are to me. Like Seth watches out for Riddles, and then Sam has Nopa, and maybe Nopa's gonna come. I don't know.
Oh, the
and
skeleton
Lux
man.
and Lux. Sam has Nopa, and Sam has Lux.
I like all the little groups you guys have. I like the groups everyone here has.
Everyone is great.
Should be a good time.
It should be. We're gonna just cut through the wasteland. It's easier to straight line as opposed to try and go through the city proper.
Oh.
Oop.
No.
Riddles has been having a time.
I was supposed to help keep Riddle safe. No.
I don't think there's much you can do against the natural hazards of this world.
No.
Yeah. There's only so much you can do. Mind the glass. While it is tempered glass and shouldn't break, it is still glass.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Just be careful.
We're being careful. Where did you go after the not so circular table happened?
Kitty actually wanted to chat with me for a little bit, and then Seth stopped me on my way back home. Then Lux came and found me, and then Summer actually wanted to chat, so Summer and I chatted a little bit.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. I got to speak with all of them too. And also Chaos, and we chased after Lake. But Lake didn't really want to talk.
Ella?
Yeah?
This is a greenhouse.
Wait, it's only kind of green.
Come on inside.
I love it! There's so many plants! And bees! Hello! They're
You
also...
can give them flowers.
You can?
Yeah,
They like flowers too?
they
Oh.
do. You know,
They like them so much they make little bees about them.
They're all so cute. They're all so friendly. Oh, I love greenhouses. I love them.
so this is a place that they would use to study, anything that grows. And, I'm sure the study of flowers was called botany, and who knows? This came through not too long ago. Maybe the tent that had all the research will come through soon too. So that way, you can study up, you can learn some plant facts and some stuff.
I can learn more about plants in botany.
Yeah.
I want to learn everything about plants and botany.
Yeah. It's these buildings, as much as they are strange, they do have a little bit of a charm to it. One thing I do ask just when you leave, because the bees will follow you out, is just don't have a flower in your hand when walking out the door.
Oh, okay, I can
So that
do
way
that.
the bees don't
Hi.
so the bees don't fly out and escape.
But I love them. They're so funny.
Yeah, but this is the kind of building you'd study different crops, you'd study flowers and the other flowers.
I can do that. I like flowers. I like all kinds of flowers. So I'm allowed to just come here?
Yeah. Come here anytime you'd like and just, have fun.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Learn whatever you'd like to learn, and then maybe one day when the research comes through, we can try and make sense of it together.
Yay, thank you so much. This is awesome. This is the best. The best.
Summer, you're welcome to come as well.
It is very warm in here, which is nice.
Yeah, not gonna lie, don't quite know where it came from, but it attached itself to my area, so it was somewhere from my time. Oh man, I can't wait to get this suit off. Fuzz came by yesterday and dropped it off, and it was like, hey, wear this to the summit, and I was like, I don't want to, and then Fuzz basically said that they would just not leave me alone until I put it on.
I think it looks good. I mean, Fuzz has a lot of things that I don't really understand though.
Yeah, but you know what? It's fine. I mean, today went well overall. We all seem to have learned a lot and gotten a lot of information from each other. I think actually, at least from what you've told me, we seem to have gotten more out of the aftermath of the summit rather than the summit itself.
Yeah, we got a lot more friends. More friends. I got to meet Seth.
Seth is nice. Seth is
Yeah, and
definitely very
Mushroom said that she would be my friend too.
good.
Honestly, half the goal of this was networking.
Oh man, speaking like a politician.
What?
Hey, I don't like politicians.
What's a politician?
Someone who holds
You won't like
political
them.
office.
You won't like them, so you don't need to worry about them.
Okay.
We don't have much in terms of centralized systems here, so that sort of thing shouldn't come up much.
It is
I think
extremely
really the only one we have is luck.
Yeah. Lux also just didn't take too kindly to me calling them a spoiled brat at the meeting.
That was kind of mean.
It's
You shouldn't call
That was-
people
Would be
names like
nicer.
that because Lux is nice.
It's different. It's a case of having a reputation to uphold. But when we spoke, when we spoke afterwards, I had apologized for it. I had told them that, I had apologized for my actions, and they seem to have accepted it. Now, however, they are still, at the end of the day, a naive child, but
That's mean
they seem
too.
to.
Don't call
It's
them
not.
that.
It's a descriptor. Do you know what naive means?
No.
It
Naive
basically
means
is.
somebody that doesn't know a lot of things and has a generally optimistic outlook, even if it's unwarranted.
Lux knows lots of things though. Lux is really smart. Lux makes really good tea.
Lux does make good tea.
You can be smart, but also still be naive. That's kind of the point I'm getting at.
Okay, well I don't like
You
calling
can-
Lux names.
That one isn't a name. That one is a descriptor.
Okay.
I promise. But
Do you think we should give Lux a little bit more credit than you're giving them?
that's honestly really just going to come down to they're like, "Oh yes, like no, I am like scientifically inclined." And I'm like, "Awesome. Great. So you know how to solder." And they're like, "In theory." And I'm like, "What?"
Science and mechanics are separate in a lot of spaces.
Yeah.
Especially in a time when you don't have to do the mechanics. You can
They
outsource
seem
to people
to-
that put their time into the mechanics, and other people can focus on theory.
They seem to know books. I feel like I could ask them to list off the periodic table and they would be able to tell me that, but they couldn't tell me how hydrogen and boron would interact when atomized.
Different people have different strengths.
I agree. I just also believe, sheltered royalty. But
And different fields of
everyone grows up.
expertise are still valid.
Right. Everyone just grows up differently. I just had to unfortunately grow up to be a little bit of everything. A little bit of a scientist, a little bit of a chemist, a little bit of an engineer, a little bit of a fighter. Master what's that old saying?
Jack
Of all trades, master of none, yet still far better than a master of one.
It depends
Something
on your
along those
perspective a
lines.
little bit.
I'd rather know a lot about a lot of things than know everything about one thing.
I want to know
and I
everything
feel like
about one thing. I want to know everything about flowers.
flowers are inherently multiple things.
Oh.
Because flowers are made up of cells, which are made up of other things, but also flowers do things.
I mean, you could say that about everything's systems. Systems and systems and systems.
Yep. So, being a master of flowers is one thing, but being someone who knows about plant life, who knows about everything, a little bit of everything, is definitely going to be helpful.
I can do that. I like doing that.
Look, I've got a feeling that when you put your mind to something, nothing is gonna stop you.
I hope so. I love these bees.
The bees do seem to like you. Well, I guess I'll open the floor to you guys. If you guys have anything you would like to know from me, I've done a lot of asking questions, of giving information, but I feel like I haven't, opened myself up to be questioned.
Why were you so sad?
Are you okay?
I think this is about the cakes.
Yeah. People kept telling me that you were sad, and so we gave you cakes, but I don't know why you were sad.
We'll put it this way. We agree Lake kind of overreacted to one thing and took an extreme way out of it, correct?
Yeah.
I guess.
I made a mistake and it led to more problems being created. And, I had a target planted on my back of keep an eye on Phantom, keep an eye on Phantom, keep Ella away from Phantom, keep Ella safe, especially around Phantom. And, friendship is different from person to person. The way Chaos and I are friends isn't the same way that Riddles and I are friends, or the way that you and I are friends, or you and I, if you would like to call us friends. I only use Ella because Ella has asked if we could be friends.
I want to be everyone's friend.
Friendship looks different from person to person, and I had made a mistake in the wasteland, or in the book club room, by trying to bring in wasteland culture, and in my haste I made a mistake and it cost a lot.
But you don't
And
have to.
I was
You don't have to
I
be
was upset about it
sad about
because
that anymore because mistakes happen. It's a part of being human, I guess.
Summer, just offhand, how many human mistakes are of the scale that leads to someone wiping their own memory and up and leaving their home and destroying it?
It certainly was a very large scale mistake that led to that reaction. So I'd
That
say the reaction itself is a mistake.
it I felt bad because I made a mistake, and before I had a chance to explain myself, I was put on the defensive to where I just needed to protect myself in a fight. I I apologize for throwing the totem vial in the book club room. I genuinely thought it was a health vial, and I thought, wasteland culture, you throw a vial at the end of a meeting to celebrate. Celebrate, everyone would cheer, and you guys would all leave. Sometimes you'd go to a bar. But, I messed up. I messed up, I made some mistakes, and I'm now kind of having to pay the consequences for it.
Well, that's okay. You don't need to be sad about your mistakes anymore because they happened and they're done, and we forgive you for that. Everyone deserves to be forgiven for things, especially if they were just a mistake and not on purpose. And then
Yeah.
for consequences, maybe we can help with those too. No one should have to deal with those things alone. That's what friends are for.
Yeah, something like that. Say, have well, I guess Ella wouldn't have an answer to this, but Summer, in your time, Was there any stories or any record of someone who held the same title as me who went by Phantom? If you don't
Uh,
have, if you don't,
Not that I know of directly, but there were billions of people in my time. There's
fair,
no way of knowing how all of them.
fair. Okay. Just because I had on our way to Chaos's place, there's a quaint little area that was labeled Phantom's Place, and I didn't make that. But the road came in and it went over top, and it looks like it cut through, that Phantom's space. So maybe there's someone else who has my same title, who has my same moniker. I don't know. I feel like there's something there, but if there's word of another Phantom, I would definitely love to hear about him.
You're the only phantom I know. You're one of a kind.
Oh.
And so are you, hon.
Yeah.
You very much are one of a kind.
I'm just an Ella. Oh.
You are an Ella.
Flowers.
However, I'm just gonna go out and say it. Next time we have a meeting on that scale, we're gonna do it in my city. There is ample space in my city to do it. We can do it in the coffee shop, the diner, set up something to where we're not struggling to pass around a stick, because that was kind of impractical.
At the very least, having a space that's more actually round and less shoulder to shoulder would help with visibility.
Agreed. Well, I mean, think of it. If we went to the diner and had the meeting, everyone could be sitting at the tables, and whoever was talking could be like they could quite literally like have the floor and pace around.
There's definitely things to learn from this meeting.
Agreed.
I'm pretty
Agreed.
confident it's not going to be our last. Oh, I think you have guests on the other side of the greenhouse.
Oh, we do?
Do I?
Where?
I don't think they're meant to be here.
Should we say hi? Where did you guys go? Did you go to the other side?
No, I don't think we need to say hi.
Oh. Oh.
I don't have my. Fuzz made
Do you
me
need
put my.
milk?
No, none of them had a banner.
Okay.
Fuzz made me put my armor in an ender chest, like all my stuff in an ender chest. Fuzz and I were prepared for that to turn into a fight.
Yeah.
Do you have an ender chest or do you need one?
I have one.
Everyone who I talked to afterwards said that they were coming in there with things they weren't supposed to have.
Yeah, Fuzz and I were getting ready to put our stuff in the boxes, and then we saw no one else put anything in. So we're both like, why are we gonna be the only ones to go in with basically our hands tied?
Yeah, no one really trusts each other. To be fair, the only thing that I brought in is to stop violence. So it wouldn't have hurt anyone.
Huh. Who made those for you?
I don't know.
Those are, if you've got a vial that stops violence, who knows? That might be a really good tool one day.
It's a big pause button. Pause.
It's a big pause. Noted. Well, I guess is that enough of an answer as to why I was a little distraught?
I think so. But next time, if you need help with dealing with the consequences, we can help you. Okay? So you don't deal with it alone.
You guys were actively part of the consequence.
Oh, well, I don't want to be part of the consequence.
Me making that mistake led to you losing part of your memory again.
Well, chaos says that we'll get it back.
Yeah, we're working on sorting that out.
I have an idea, but it very much it is an idea that gives me no self-preservation because I was quite literally told that if I had even attempted it, chaos would kill me until I did not come back.
We're
So
getting her
there's that.
memories back,
We are, if nothing
one
else,
way or another. Though I don't think that your particular method is going to be worthwhile. I think we're going to need Lake to do this.
I
Lake won't even talk to me. How are we supposed to get Lake to do it? I asked Lake
We'll
to be
figure
my
something
friend,
out.
and then Lake said no.
Hey, Summer.
Yeah.
By chance, I assume you still have. I assume you still have yours.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Ella,
I have mine. I don't remember what it's for, but I have it.
I have the wrong. I don't have a silk touch pickaxe in there, so that's just gonna stay there. Well, do you want to know what these are?
They're
These are
roses, right?
they're IOUs. An IOU is something you give to someone, and it basically says, "Hey, I'm gonna do, for whatever reason, I'm giving this to you, and you can just ask me for one favor, and just hand this to me and consider it done."
Oh,
So
okay.
you know.
They're very important and they're very valuable. So you keep hold of it.
Yeah, keep
Okay.
hold of it.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do
But
that. Here.
but part of I've realized part of these is it's the power of just being able to hold one. Uh, you know, it's a binding. These were given to us with the explanation. It's a favor. It's a divine favor. No questions asked, no consequences. I'm sure each of us has something we really want to use these for.
Divine favor for what? For
Anything you want.
But how do you use it?
Well, before Lake decided to throw a tantrum and hide, you would give it to Lake. However, now I think they're doing everything through. They're doing all their talking with us through their mailbox at the tree. So I would probably say leave a note in there with the flower and the note saying what you want.
If
But
you need to
don't
use it, make sure you run it past me first. I can get it directly to Lake a little bit easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, if I give Lake the flower and say, "Give me back my memories," would Lake do that?
Lake would have to. They made it a binding contract that we could hand them the flower at any time, and it was
But
one
there
favor, no
are
questions asked.
there are multiple of us working on this. So
Yeah, so you
it might
may.
not come to that. We might figure out a better way to do this. We might get Lake to do it voluntarily.
Oh, okay.
I'd love for Lake to do it voluntarily, because honestly, if I had my head so far up my own ass like they do, you might as well call me a fucking ostrich.
But Lake won't even talk to me.
But yeah, the roses are important. Make sure that regardless of anything, that with your rose, use it when it's absolutely necessary.
Okay, I can do that.
Right.
Oh no. There.
Phantom,
Yeah.
what you had, that was just another example of one. You already used yours.
Yeah, so you know what? We're doing this whole coming clean thing. We're doing the whole coming
Yeah.
clean thing because why not? I kind of realized I walked myself into that. was hoping you wouldn't have called me out on it.
Mm-hmm.
So you know
You
how I
really
handed.
think I didn't notice?
I was hoping you wouldn't say anything. Yeah, the day I gave Lake one was a fake. You know how I said Chaos had given me that one because, mine was eaten by a bee because I was testing things, and I was like, oh, a bee happened to eat it by accident.
Yeah.
It's quite expensive. It's also very hard to do, but I found a way to make some. It's just a lot of work to make even one. So, I have the one I made them was actually the only fake I had.
You mean it's a lot of work to grow the wither roses?
Yeah, they're a special kind of flower. Those are the only kind of flower I seem to understand. Because those flowers are a lot like some of the radioactive stuff from my time.
If they're a flower, I could probably grow them.
You're
Phantom, we
also
talked
you're
Phantom, we
also
talked
inherent.
earlier about you not having a lot of experience with the divine stuff.
Yeah.
This is one of those moments where you got to be careful. Because either the favor was baked into the item, or the favor was baked into you and symbolized with the item. And if it's one of those, you already used your favor, and if it's the other one, the particular thing that you called Lake on is going to come back to bite you in the ass.
Summer, you I'm just gonna ask outright. You talked to Lake about the day we fought, haven't you?
Yeah.
Did Lake, acknowledge anything? Acknowledge that a fight happened?
Lake is aware that it happened, but Lake can't do anything about it currently, or at least doesn't think they can.
There's a friend in gold
I
slowly walking towards us.
Great.
I think that tells me all I need to know. I think the favor's baked into the item. Because I said this never happened. Forget about it completely. The fact that they acknowledged it happened, it might have been that might have been them trying to, they were under the assumption that because I handed them my rose, they weren't supposed to. But I think the favor's baked into the item. So I think as long as I have the master copy, I may be able to make something happen.
Well, you can't really know that for sure unless you ask, so just be careful.
I will. I'm definitely not going to be showing my hand to Lake anytime soon, given I think Lake very much wants my head on a platter after that. I also do apologize for making you the center of attention before Lake had stomped out. I apologize for that. The everyone acting like that wasn't a problem, and then the fact that they sat right next to you was it didn't sit right with me.
I mean, I thought Lake just sat there because we hadn't met before and they wanted to be my friend, but they don't really want to be my friend, and we had met before, I guess. Why? No.
There's a lot going on with Lake, and they're not a bad person. They're just doing the best they can with the knowledge they have. They're dealing with feelings for the first time in who knows how long. Hell, who knows if they've ever dealt with feelings.
They did at one point, and apparently it went poorly enough that they decided to not have feelings for the rest of their life.
How long into their life was that? Do you know?
Apparently roughly equivalent to teenage.
I'm sorry, teenage years?
The rough equivalent in terms of their lifespan, yeah.
Do gods have puberty? Could the gods not handle puberty?
What is
Is
Yeah,
that
that's kind of what it sounded like.
what is
that sounds
puberty?
like
Puberty is a part where you're growing up. And
okay.
growing up is hard and
Okay,
things
so
change and you learn a lot and tend to
here.
get very emotional.
So think of it like this. Here. Let me see if I can give you an example.
Oh, great.
Okay. So if this sapling here was a person,
Okay.
this is like a kid. And then when it grows up to be a big tree, then it's gone through its change. But the time it takes to grow it's a lot. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of effort. A lot of things have to change for this little sapling to become a big tree like that. So, it messes with your emotions. It makes you super sensitive to a lot of emotions. And that's kind of what puberty is. It's like when a tree grows up, it takes a lot of stuff, so everything feels a lot worse.
So we need to help Lake with their emotions so they can be a big tree.
Or at least a bigger person, yes.
Yes, at least a bigger person.
Okay.
We can do that. That much we can do.
They need to figure out how to be a bigger person.
Yep. And I think they can do it. After all, who knows how long they were a god for, so I feel like they'll be able to learn how to deal with their emotions. But at the end of the day, a lot of times people will feel like the only person they can count on is themselves. And I think Lake is just feeling like they failed to protect you and you, so they're taking it out on themselves. They're being harder on themselves than they need to be because they think it's the punishment they deserve. And no one should be the one to decide their own punishments because everyone will be harder on themselves than they need to be. Well, most people with a good conscience will be, at least. They'll realize they did something wrong and they'll attempt to overcompensate to fix it.
There's still a lot of things we need to talk to Lake about, but that's not for it.
Yeah, that's definitely a problem for the future.
Yeah.
We're gonna one day.
No.
What?
How?
What?
How?
What
happened?
Mushroom was tridenting in the air, and then splat right here.
Oh.
Mushroom, no.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if. So, you know how mushrooms, like the plants, feed on death? Like, that's how they get nutrients?
Yeah.
I tried some science that was morally questionable. It didn't work, but I thought that, like, so I've got the totems. I don't have any on me. But I was like, okay, well, if I go to, like, the base of the mushroom and then just, like, keep dying, maybe the mushroom will, like, stop turning dead.
Wait.
It didn't work.
Wait, mushrooms grow off dead things.
They do.
I have an idea.
Oh?
So wither roses are dead.
Yes and no.
They just are. Well, I hold them and they feel dead, like dead things dead. So what if we gave the big mushroom wither roses?
Wither roses are also deadly. We don't want to kill it faster.
Yeah, we don't. They. Uh. The way mushrooms work is they'll grow on like trees that have fallen and died. They'll get energy from dead, like, plant matter. How many flowers do you have?
Oh,
You don't want to know.
We counted earlier. The voices in my head wanted a count.
Wait, you have voices in your. Did you know about that?
She borrows them from the pit sometimes. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I just was under the assumption I was the only one who had,
The pit
voices
talks
in my
to me,
head.
but the answer is 468, or it was before I put these down.
Well then. That's a lot. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Well, if that's everything you guys would like out of me or all our ideas, I guess I can escort us like to the front of the city and you guys are welcome to go on as you please.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right.
It's it has for sure been a day.
Yeah. So what did you do with all the cakes? Did you eat them all?
I had some help.
Okay.
I had some
Okay.
help.
Good.
Fuzz and I were on cleanup duty.
It must have been a really big party.
Yeah. Sorry. That's just not important.
Okay.
It's it's an arcade I used to go to a lot when I was younger. Easy place to get some food and some shelter for the night. Don't exactly like that it's popped back up.
I mean, that's okay.
Regardless, you guys, I guess, get home safe. Do whatever it is you guys gotta do. I've got some stuff in my labyrinth I need to attend to, but then I might actually call it a night.
Okay. Yeah.
But, enjoy yourselves. Take it easy. And again, I'm really sorry.
You don't need to be sorry.
I might not need to, but I'm still gonna apologize. Get home safe, guys. I will see you around.
Okay.
See you around.
Good night, Phantom.
Well, this has all been very eventful.
Yeah. It was fun, though. We got to go see Kitty's tree with lots of people. You would really like Seth, I think.
You'll have to introduce me to them.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Kitty and I thought that Kitty has a lot of books missing from Kitty's library that apparently would be helpful in maybe recovering my memories because they'll tell us where other towns are and things like that. But Kitty was thinking that Lux has a really big library and might be from further on in the timeline, and so we might go talk to Lux about looking through their books.
Okay.
Lux said it would probably be okay, but we haven't actually arranged anything.
Sounds like a good idea. Sounds like it could be fun.
Yeah. I'll update you on all of the things if you can't make it, but if you can, we can have more tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
We really need to figure out what to do with the third floor of the moon.
Yeah.
You know, when
That's not tonight.
Yeah, when the Ender friends come back from vacation.
Sure, they shouldn't be gone too much longer.
Yeah. Oh.
Unless you had anything else to talk about, I think that's me for the night.
I don't think so.
Alright.
No more lore!
Woo!
No more lore ever. I don't end streams like Phantom where I just stop streaming.
Yeah, we have a cooldown.
Yeah, cool down. We need to chill for a second. Chat, if you have any questions about lore tonight, you can let us know, but we just need to chill for a second. How did your